Before we get started with tonight's show, I need to thank last week's super chatter who also happens to be one of our amazing channel members, Movie Time Minute. Join DJ over at the Movie Time Minute for some great movie reviews, some great discussions about movies, as well as the latest in movie news. His link is down in the description below. Go show him some love and support, and thank you so much, DJ, for all your support towards the channel. It goes a long way, and it means a ton. What's going on, guys? Welcome. I'm going to make sure that my mic is on. I already checked, but I'm going to double check. What's going on, guys? Welcome to tonight's live Q&A. It's great to have all you guys here. And it's been a while since we've had a little community night. It's been a while since we've just talked with each other, you know? No topics, no determined topics. We're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. You present it. We'll discuss it. It's going to be a great night. For you guys that are unaware, we did just launch channel memberships. We've launched channel memberships a couple weeks ago. We've been having a total blast over with Members Talk Live. If you guys want to join us over on Members Talk Live, want to join us on camera, join the show, all the information for that is in the description below. You guys can check it out there. And yeah, hope to see some of you guys join us there. It's on Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But as mentioned, this is just going to be your guys' chats. I'm so excited to get into your comments and questions tonight, guys. And if you want to, and you have a channel, even if you don't have a channel, you just want to, send in a super chat with a question to support the channel. It means so much to me, and it helps so much that I want to give you guys something back when you do so. So I have this little super chat guide put together. If you send in $1.99, you get a community post made at the end of the show linking to your channel. For $2.99, you get the community post as well as the link of your channel in the description below. And for $4.99 or more, you get the community post, link in the description of this video as well as next episode's video, and a special video shout out for your channel like you saw at the top of tonight's show. But as always, guys, super chats, they ain't required to get your comment or question answered. So let's just get into it, guys. Let's just get into the night. Let's get into your questions, and let's have some fun here, huh? Let's see what's going on in the chat so far. We got 80s Kid for the 90s in here. He's first. Yes, you are, man. Yes, you are. And I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you getting here early. I appreciate all you guys that get here early. And I'm just checking to make sure. Yeah, it looks like no one's saying my mic is muted, so that's good to know. But yeah, man, and I want to take this opportunity, 80s Kid from the 90s, to just say, like, thank you for all of the comment engagement on the videos. You do not go unnoticed. I definitely see you, and I appreciate you really engaging over in the comments there, man. It means a lot to me. And welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. And 80s Kid from the 90s goes on to say, Dummy of the Week, it goes to Marvel for announcing that the Marvels is wacky and silly. Yeah, I saw that earlier this week. The director of the Marvels said that the movie's going to be wacky and silly. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest with you. I mean, I understand why that would freak people out at the moment, why we don't necessarily want to hear that, because when you think of Marvel being wacky and silly, instantly you go to Thor: Love and Thunder, because that's kind of been the most recent wacky and silly content that we've gotten. So I understand people being hesitant hearing that another movie is going to be wacky and silly. Honestly, it didn't surprise me hearing her comments saying that the Marvels is going to be wacky and silly, because the Marvels trailer looked pretty wacky and silly. There was nothing in that trailer that looked like it was being taken seriously. It looked completely goofy and out there. So I kind of was expecting it to be wacky and silly. I wasn't really expecting much else from the Marvels, so the fact that they came out and said that, I was kind of surprised that it ruffled a couple feathers in the fandom, because for me personally, I was like, duh, water, wet. But we'll see how it turns out, because just because it's wacky and silly doesn't mean it's going to be fun. You have to make it fun. Hopefully they execute the wacky and silliness better for some people than Love and Thunder did, because honestly, I'm one of those people. I kind of like Love and Thunder. I enjoy Love and Thunder. I think it's a screwball wacky comedy, and a lot of the comedy in it works for me. So that's how I view that movie. That's how I enjoy that movie. But I understand that some people don't. So hopefully the Marvels isn't a repeat of that for them. We got Toxic Gamer 331 in here. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Olo, back to you. We got Enamored Movie Reviews. Well, hello. Thank you for joining us tonight. And hey, back to you. Hey, what's up from The View with Drew? What's going on, Drew? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Happy to have you here. Bree Moore. What's going on, Bree Moore? Hi. Been a while since I could catch a live. Hope you're doing well. Well, Likewise to you, Bree. I don't know why my throat got caught there, but likewise to you, Bree Moore. It's great to see you in here. Thank you for joining us. We've missed you in here. We always love seeing you pop up in here, and I hope that you've been doing well as well. Hardcore Reviews giving us a very, very classic Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. Thank you for joining us tonight, guys. I cannot do an Obi-Wan impression, so I apologize for that. Hungry Movie Buff, what's going on? Thanks for joining us tonight, dude. Hey, buddy, hope you're having a great night, enjoying the videos. Well, dude, I really appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you saying that you're enjoying the videos. I still get blown away every time people email me and people message me like they enjoy my content. They think I have great content. Like, I'm just trying my best here. So the fact that it's paying off for my hard work, because it's hard work. I'm gonna pat myself on the back a little bit. It's hard work to hustle and get stuff out there. But the fact that people are enjoying it, like, that's more than I could ask for. That's amazing, and I appreciate all you guys who click on the videos, who watch the videos, who give them a try, and then end up enjoying them. That's all I can ask for, and I appreciate that, man. And my night's been going pretty well. My morning kind of started off a little bit annoying. If you guys didn't see on the channel earlier today, my wife and I, we did a reaction to the new Zoe 101 movie, Zoe 102. We shot that like last week, and I've been working on it non-stop. At least it feels non-stop. I've been taking up a lot of evenings to get that done, which I know doesn't mean that like YouTube owes me anything, but I put it up this morning, immediately blocked. And you know, that's just the most defeating feeling when you're on YouTube. When you work, I mean, I must have put in, I wouldn't exaggerate saying that I put in at least 15 hours into that Zoe 101 video. Took a lot of time, had a lot of fun doing it, but it was still grueling work. And the minute you post it, it gets blocked. And it's just one of those things in YouTube land that can just ruin your day. But I didn't let it ruin my day. I disputed it right away, and I'm very thankful that they let it go through. I guess I won the dispute, you can call it. It only took a couple hours, but the one thing I don't like, I'm sorry, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. My night's been pretty good, but the one thing I don't really like about YouTube when you get blocked on a video is the views still count. So like, I was blocked, that video was blocked for at least 2 to 3 hours. And on your YouTube studio, it shows like where your views usually are and where your video is at. So that, I think only 3 people had clicked on it at that time. So it had 3 views, but the view counter was saying, oh, at this time you should have like 20 to 30. And it's like, no one can click on it. So the fact it got blocked kind of hurt it right out of the gate. But it's up now. So if you guys want to check it out, it's up. And the point of that story is to say that I've been having a good night, man. How's your night been? I'm glad to have you here. Hardcore Reviews, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Hi, Zach. Well, hello to you too. Toxic Gamer 331. When are you seeing Blue Beetle, Zach? Yes, Blue Beetle. So here is my situation for those of you that don't know. My car broke down a couple weeks ago. I was on my way to see Barbie. I was in my pink shirt. I had my ticket, so I still contributed to that $1 billion box office. I just didn't see the movie. Had my ticket, was heading to the theater, almost was at the theater. I was like maybe 5 minutes away from the theater. Car broke down. I've got it checked out. The transmission's dead. So I don't have a car at the moment. I don't have a vehicle. So I'm relying on the bus system, and I'm relying on people. And the bus system takes a little bit to get to my theater from where I'm at. So like the last voyage of the Demeter, I was kind of interested in checking that out and getting a review for that. No one wanted to take me. No one wanted to see it with me. So I was looking at the bus schedule. It wasn't worth it. The amount of time it would take me to get up there and get back down, I just didn't think it was worth it. So the same situation's kind of happening with Blue Beetle. I don't have anybody who wants to go see that with me, and so I don't have a ride to go see that. So I'm seeing Strays. The plan is to see Strays on Friday because I have a cousin of mine that she wants to go see Strays. My brother's going to go. My wife's going to go. We're all just going to go as a group. So I'm going to see Strays on Friday for sure. I'll get a review out for Strays. Blue Beetle, I honestly couldn't tell you. I might be able to bust it up maybe on Sunday, but my Saturday's pretty stacked. So I do have plans. I want to see Blue Beetle. At least I'm hoping I can still see Blue Beetle. I want to see it, but I don't have plans at the moment, and I hope that I can make them. But yeah, that's just my situation at the moment, and that's just life. But what you gonna do? At least I'm gonna get to see Strays. I'm happy about that. Preston Reviews. Hi. Well, hello, Preston. Thanks for joining us, man. And Ryan Smith. Hi. Well, hello to you, Ryan. Thank you for joining us tonight. Speaking of Toxic Gamer 331, have you also seen The Last Voyage of the Demeter? As I just mentioned, no, I haven't, unfortunately. Someone at work, though, one of my coworkers said that she saw it, and she actually really enjoyed it. So I'm kind of looking forward to checking it out when I can. Enamored movie reviews. What movie are you most looking forward to for the remainder of this year? Honestly, that's getting to be a tougher and tougher question because I'm not anticipating that much for the rest of the year. Like, what comes out in the rest of the year? They moved Craven, which I'm just kind of like, whatever. But I know that Dune Part 2 is in November, and I haven't watched Dune yet. I've mentioned it before. I'll say it again. I'm going to watch Dune for the first time really close to the release. Like, maybe even the day of when I'm going to go see Dune Part 2. I might just watch Dune and then just jump right into Dune Part 2 after it's done. Do a double feature that way. But Dune Part 2, I can't say. I know a lot of people would say that. I can't even really say the Marvels. Like, I'm really looking forward to seeing Miss Marvel on the big screen. I think the trailers have been fun. There's a lot in the trailers. There's a lot in the Marvels content that I'm looking forward to that I've seen so far. But I wouldn't call it my most anticipated. I'm definitely not looking forward to Aquaman all that much. So, yeah, I'm not really sure if there's much for the remainder of this year. But I will say, I still haven't seen Barbie, still haven't seen Oppenheimer. So, technically, I'm still really anticipating those for the rest of the year. So, we'll see what happens. Hungry Movie Buff. Hey, buddy, are you looking forward to Blue Beetle? I am looking forward to Blue... I'm not, like, super hyped for Blue Beetle. Like I mentioned before, I don't even know when I'm going to be able to go and see that. But I'm curious about it. I think it looks entertaining enough. Like, I haven't been blown away by the trailers. And even the first reactions that have been coming out lately, the first reactions I think have been good. But honestly, and this isn't just for DC, but honestly, the Flash first reactions kind of not soured me to first reactions on Twitter or X, if you want to call it by its fake name. But I don't put as much faith in them anymore. And I liked the Flash. I thought the Flash was good. But when you had people coming out of the Flash being like, this was fantastic, this was the best, this was the best DC since Nolan, best DC since The Dark Knight, which I've seen a couple of those for Blue Beetle as well. I've seen a couple people saying that Blue Beetle is the best DC film since Nolan finished his trilogy. And I'm just kind of like, I've heard this narrative before. I've been there before, and I didn't feel the same way. So the first reactions, Zolo is getting a lot of praise. The family dynamic's getting a lot of praise. Not too many reactions were talking about the action of the movie. Not too many were talking about the origin story, superhero-wise, of the movie. And no one on the first reactions mentioned the villain. So because those have been left out, the things that they're praising are kind of what I expected to get. But I'm kind of worried that maybe the superhero story aspect of the movie is going to be a little bit generic or just kind of let me down. So I'm looking forward to it. It looks entertaining. Definitely want to check it out, but I'm not like super hyped on it. More Blue Beetle. Hardcore reviews. Hello, Zach. I'll be seeing Blue Beetle tomorrow, and I'm actually way more excited than I expected. That's awesome, dude. Look, I hope you have a great time. I hope you go out. I hope it knocks your socks off, and I hope that we all enjoy it, man. Toxic Gamer 331. What's a movie or movie series you are embarrassed to mention that you haven't seen? That's a great question, dude. That's a great question. Honestly, I wouldn't say embarrassed, but there's definitely movies where, like, when you walk around, maybe not walk around with the reputation, maybe that's the wrong way to put it, but, like, when people know you as someone who likes movies, as someone who enjoys movies, and, like, I mean, I have a YouTube channel talking about movies. People in my life know about that, so they talk to me about movies all the time. There's a lot of classics that I have not seen. I've never seen The Godfather. I've never seen the Godfather trilogy, I guess that is. Which that's kind of like, you know, not guaranteed, but like supposed to be one of the greatest movies ever made. And I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen Scarface. That one gets talked about a lot. There's a lot of classics that I just haven't watched, and people get shocked when they hear that I haven't watched them. But I would say The Godfather is probably the one that people get most shocked about, because whenever I talk about like liking movies, 9 times out of 10, someone asks me about The Godfather, and I haven't seen it. So there you go. Oh, we did a jump there. Preston reviews. I'm watching Meg 2 in November or so. I have a lot of movies to watch. Mission Impossible, Bourne movies, Craig, James Bond, and X-Men movies. And I just finished the Terminator movies. Nice, dude. What did you think of the Terminator movies? I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, because I really only like 2 of them. You know what? Honestly, I do not hate Terminator 3. I think Terminator 3 is a huge step down from Terminator 2, as everyone else does. But there's still a lot in that movie that I enjoy watching. I think the crane sequence, the chase scene in that, is a lot of fun. And it's done mostly practical with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, it's not really Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's hanging off the crane and smashing through all the buildings. I think that looks great, still holds up. Some of the CGI doesn't. But that movie has balls the way it ends. That movie ends the movie. I remember I was watching Terminator 3 and I was thinking this is a very generic movie for Terminator. At least it feels that way, but I was still enjoying my time. Then the ending happened. I won't spoil it, even though it's an old movie. I won't spoil it for those who haven't seen Terminator 3. But the way that movie ends had my jaw on the floor. I was like, wow, they did it. They went there. All right. Commitment. I like it. So I don't mind Terminator 3 all that much. Terminator Salvation, I think, is decent, but it's not one that I want to rewatch anytime soon. And then Genesis and Dark Fate. I don't like Genesis at all. Dark Fate has moments, but for the most part, I feel like Dark Fate is also just kind of a letdown. So anyways, those are my thoughts on the Terminator movies, but I'd love to hear yours. And yeah, Mission Impossible. Great. I definitely hope that you enjoy those that movie if you haven't seen Dead Reckoning, but you've seen the other ones. The Bourne movies are great trilogy. Jason Bourne, I guess the fifth one, because they did one with Jeremy Renner. They did the Bourne Legacy with Jeremy Renner, and then they brought Matt Damon. Is it? Yeah, Matt Damon back for Jason Bourne. That one's fine. It definitely was trying to set up another series of films, and they never did it, so I guess it didn't do that well at the box office at the time, but I saw that in theaters. I enjoyed it. I own it. I haven't seen it since the theaters. And then the Craig James Bond films are really good. Aside from, like, Quantum of Solace, that one's not great. I don't hate it, but it's not great. And I haven't seen... What is it? No Time to Die? Is that the last one they did? I haven't seen No Time to Die yet. And the X-Men movies, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm just going to talk. I really like the first, the second. The third is okay. The Wolverine is pretty good. Logan's the best one. Days of Future Past is fantastic. Apocalypse is fine. Origins is a mess, but it's kind of guilty pleasure-y for me and how bad it is. Is that all? Oh, and Dark Phoenix was the worst. I hated Dark Phoenix. Toxic Gamer 331. Have you seen the Lost Boys vampire movie with Kiefer Sutherland? I have not seen the Lost Boys. I own the Lost Boys. Warner Brothers sent me the Lost Boys, and I meant to watch that, but I have not watched that yet. So unfortunately, I have not. Hungry Movie Buff. What's a historical movie you recommend? Maybe something like an espionage spy thriller. A historical movie you recommend? Maybe something like an espionage spy thriller? Like, it has to be from history, or like it's like a classic? I mean, an espionage spy thriller. It's not really an espionage spy thriller, but I really like Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. It's not that like intense of a movie, but it's pretty fun, and it has to do with spies and agents and mistaken identities. That's pretty fun. But a historical movie that I recommend, like one about history. I mean, Saving Private Ryan. I'm sure everyone maybe has seen Saving Private Ryan that's in here, but I would definitely recommend Saving Private Ryan, especially for the opening sequence alone. It is some of the best filmmaking ever. Steven Spielberg, man, he's the GOAT. Toxic Gamer 331. Also, the other day, I got my first ever 4K Steelbook, which is my second favorite movie of all time, which is the OG Scream. Nice, dude. You know, I think my brother got the same Steelbook. If it's the one that I'm thinking of where he's holding the knife and you see the blood on the knife, that's a very, very nice Steelbook. So if that's the one you got, that's awesome. And if you got another one, hey, that's also awesome, man. 80s kid from the 90s. Does it ever bother you when people blame the actor for them not liking the movie, when in reality it's not the writing they like? Sorry, let me read that again. Does it ever bother you when people blame the actor for them not liking the movie, when in reality it's not the writing that they like? I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I do think that sometimes people, because the actor is the face of the movie, they kind of put all of it on them. And I've been guilty of that too, to be honest. But yeah, not many people think about the writers. They think about the actors first. So I kind of just like, if they're not like cinephiles, if they don't care about movies like we care about movies, then it doesn't really bother me. If it's someone on film Twitter, like if it's someone who is in our sphere and they're crazy about movies like we are, and they do something like that on Twitter, yeah, it irks me a little bit. Like, just like I don't agree with it in that kind of way. But I don't see too many of that on Twitter, to be honest. I don't see too many takes like that on Twitter. But in my life, like people who just watch movies casually and then talk to me, I've had that many times where they've blamed the performances when really it was the writing. And you just kind of have to remember it's just a movie. You don't get mad at your friend for that. But yeah, it's not right. 80s skit from the 90s. I'm almost finished rewatching Rebels Season 3. Nice. Getting caught up for Ahsoka. You know, I am excited for... okay, let me take that back. I'm very intrigued to watch Ahsoka. I wouldn't say... I would say I'm excited in the sense that I think the trailers have been fantastic. Like, the way that they look. You know, the visuals, the characters look fun. I just hope that because they're Rebel characters, they don't just leave me behind as someone who hasn't watched Rebels. And I don't feel like going and watching 4 seasons of Rebels. I don't have all the time in the world, Ahsoka. Just impress me as you are. But I understand the argument from both sides. But I will tell you, when they dropped that Ahsoka TV promo the other day, and it was Hayden Christensen's voice doing the voiceover the entire time, I got goosebumps. Because I know the Anakin and Ahsoka story. Like, I've never watched all of Clone Wars about it, but I've watched, recaps and videos. My brother's told me a lot about it. So I know the Anakin and Ahsoka history. And just the thought of Hayden Christensen back as Anakin in this and getting a look at Anakin. Because this is after, if I remember correctly, this is after Return of the Jedi, right? So this would be... If Anakin appeared in the show, if it wasn't a flashback, it would be Force Ghost Anakin. I would actually really love to see Hayden Christensen's performance as Force Ghost Anakin, a redeemed Anakin, and how he would play that and how that would feel. I think that would be amazing to see. Not guaranteed we're going to see it, but that TV promo that had his voice and kind of alluded that Hayden Christensen's going to be in the show, that got me excited for Ahsoka. And it's only 1 week away, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to get Envire Earth 2. Envire Earth 2, I'm going to say. Well, welcome, Envire Earth 2. Thank you for joining us. Hey, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing tonight? Happy to have you here. Hardcore reviews. You planning on seeing Gran Turismo? I saw it last week, and I thought it was a fun enough time with clear flaws, but better than I expected. I do want to see it. I want to see Gran Turismo. I think it looks fun. I've heard some decent things about it from people who have seen it early. The only thing about Gran Turismo that I'm kind of hesitant about seeing it is, as we all know, there's a writer's strike, there's an actor's strike going on, and the studio of Gran Turismo, when they announced that they were pushing the movie 2 weeks, when does it come out now? August 25th, I think it comes out now, August 25th. They put out on Twitter and they said the actors can't promote this movie, but the audience can. And that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Because it feels like they're using us to get around their actor situation. And I don't know, just as someone who, really doesn't like the studios right now with the disgusting, vile nature and behavior that they have shown during this actors and writers strike, which... It's all business. I get it. It's the ugly side of business. I just personally I don't like seeing it and haven't seen it. It's changed my perspective on a lot of studio heads and a lot of people in Hollywood. I want to see the movie. I don't want to give the studios what they want. I don't want to give them that, we didn't need the actors because the audience is going to promote it. I just kind of want to stick it to them. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I want to see it. So it's tricky. But in the end, I will probably see it. 80s skit from the 90s. Did you see the new trailer with Anakin's voice? I'm super excited. I just talked about that. Yes, I did, man, and I'm stoked. I'm so excited. Envire Earth 2, what's the Q&A about? Anything you want. We're literally just asking anything you guys want to talk about. Movies, life, YouTube questions that I'll try my best to answer. Anything you guys want to talk about. It's community building night. This is where we just get to connect as a community. We just get to have fun and we get to talk. No predetermined topics, just fun. So, yeah, whatever you want to talk about. That's what it's about. Hungry Movie Buff. As a movie YouTube channel guy myself, what do you feel is the most difficult thing we deal with? What is the most difficult thing we deal with? I mean, I think there's many things. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse that the space is so filled. There is so many people doing movie reviews and doing the same movie reviews and stuff like that. And I love that because we get to connect more. We get to hear different opinions. We get to hear different perspectives. And that's what I really love about this space is hearing people's opinions and hearing their perspectives and hearing how they're the same or different from mine. I really enjoy that. That's what I like about expressing my opinion and putting my opinion out there is then hearing other people's opinions come back at me. I really enjoy that. At the same time, it can be really, really hard to get noticed. It can be really hard. You put work into a video. I mean, you guys have been so incredible this past like 2 years. Like the views, the engagement, they've been climbing. They've been doing really well for my channel size. I've been really enjoying the conversations and the engagements. There's almost too many comments coming in now, which is a fantastic problem to have. When I wake up and I look at my comments and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't get all of these done in one day. It's fantastic. However, when I first started, the first 2 years when I started, because I've been doing this about 4.5 years now, almost 5, it was so hard to get more than 20 views. And it was so frustrating and it was so discouraging. You know, I would sometimes put 8 hours into a video because I was still learning how to edit. I felt and worked all this out myself, you know, watching videos on YouTube to try and get tips and get help with making the videos better. And you spend like 4-8 hours on a video, you know, you post it, it gets like 10 views and no comments, and that can be so tough. That can be so discouraging. So I feel like for a lot of people in this space, especially around our channel sizes, that is a real difficult thing that we deal with, because not only does it hurt our mental health, mentally, it gets us frustrated, irritated, discouraged. It's in all ways, it's just a blow. But yeah, that's one of the things. There's so many other things that we deal with. I mean, smaller channels get dinged, copyright claimed, copyrighted a lot easier than I think a lot of bigger channels do. But that's one of the things I would see. I would say, Toxic Gamer 331. Sorry, Zach. That seems like it sucked. If you're talking about my car, it did suck. Oh no, I know what you're talking about. You're probably talking about the blocking with the video this morning. It all worked out. It went well. It was fine. Enviro Earth 2. 15 hours into Zoe 101. You could have binged the whole series and movie in that time. I probably could have. And I probably would have had no, I don't want to say I probably would have had a better time, but this last video that we did, we tried something a little bit different. We recorded it on OBS. And there was an audio issue. There was an audio issue on the movie side, and there was an audio issue on our side. So to clean up the audio to make it bearable to listen to, that took a lot of work. That's where a lot of the 15 hours came from, was just trying to make the video audible friendly, audible tolerant. That was the biggest thing. Usually my movie commentaries don't take that. They take time, but they do not take that long to edit. And yeah, this one was just like, man, I put some blood, sweat, and tears into that. Preston Reviews, Zach, this is the final stream I'll be on for a long time. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I don't know why. I don't know if it's okay if I ask why. If I may ask why, I'll ask why. But if it's personal and all that stuff, don't worry about it. I'll just say, Preston, that it has been a joy. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the engagement. Thank you for joining us and being a part of this community. And hey, this is not goodbye, right? We're just gonna see you later. It's just gonna be a little bit. I look forward to the next time we get to chat, man. And I hope that you get to stick around for the rest of the video and we get to talk a little bit more. But it was very kind and courteous to let me know that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope whatever it is that you're going on to do that you won't be available for this for, I hope that it goes so well, and I hope that it's great. 80s kid from the 90s. It bothers me when people say they don't like the character because the actor ruined the character for them when they know nothing of the source material. I don't know if I would say that necessarily bothers me, because sometimes I do think it's tricky. It's tricky because I'll say this. And this is not blaming the actor. And that's the thing too, is actors, when we blame actors, in some ways we're really blaming the director, because the director is the one that gets the performance out of the actor. The director is the one that directs the actor and ultimately decides if the actor's performance he's cool with or he's not cool with. So one of the things, like one of my favorite movie characters ever is Anakin Skywalker from the prequels. And the reason why Anakin is my favorite character is not because of the way that he's played. It's not because of what George Lucas made Hayden Christensen bring to the performance. It is because I can see what they were going for, and I think the idea of Anakin, this special child who could be the most powerful Jedi ever, who grew up in the Jedi Council, and had Jedis around him who he knew that he was supposed to be the most powerful Jedi, but all these Jedis kept looking down on him, kept limiting what he can do, and prevented him from going to his full potential, to the point that he finds this other master in the dark side. And because that person sees in Anakin what he so wants to be valued for with the Jedi, Anakin turns to the dark side and joins the Emperor. I love the concept of that, and I can see it so clearly that even though the writing in the prequels is so poor, and some of Hayden Christensen's performance is rough, which I blame George Lucas for, because George Lucas is the one that ultimately, led Hayden into that performance and said that performance was okay. And when he was editing and stuff, he was like, yep, leave it in the movie. That's how I want Anakin to act. Hayden was just doing his job, so I never blame Hayden Christensen. But I do understand when people have that gripe, to be honest with you. It doesn't bother me too much. Sometimes I disagree. Sometimes I don't see what they're seeing. But I've definitely heard people say that, and sometimes I do think it's valid. So I can see what you're saying. Toxic Gamer 331. I was one of the first few viewers. Well, thank you for clicking on the video, man. Thanks for checking it out. I'm sure you only got like a minute into it before it got blocked, but I appreciate you checking that out the minute that it dropped. The Cosmic Broadcast, Jonah, one of our beloved and amazing channel members, dude. Thanks for being here tonight, my friend. Given the state of all three franchises, would you prefer to be the chief creative director of all future projects for Marvel Studios, DC Films, or Lucasfilm? Man, dude, that's the thing, is like, we can criticize these people. We can criticize the direction of these franchises, the people that are leading these franchises. Just hearing that makes me sweat of anxiety. That is definitely not Marvel. Like, Marvel is just like, I don't even know how Kevin Feige does. I know he has a lot of people around him that helps. I know it's not just Kevin Feige, even though we as the fandom kind of put Kevin Feige on this pedestal. He's kind of like this entity, Kevin Feige, but ultimately Kevin Feige, he's a man, he's a businessman. He has a bunch of people around him that are helping him out. He's just the face of everything. But I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he keeps up with everything that Marvel's putting out. I don't know how he's done it for, what is it now, 13 years? I might have that off. But DC, starting fresh, I'm definitely not a DC guy. So, I'm not a strong DC guy, so I wouldn't know how to lead that. I would be the worst person to lead that. Maybe Lucasfilm would be my best shot, because I feel like I could think of some fun Star Wars stuff. Not necessarily that they would turn out good, but I would at least have ideas for Star Wars stuff. Honestly, the truth is that if I was chief creative director of any of these franchises would lose so much money, and people would hate me so much on Twitter. That's just how it would go. But I appreciate the question, man. That was fun. Enviro Earth 2. Someone said The Flash is the lowest performing DC movie ever. Is this true? I thought it was Green Lantern. I don't know. I don't know what Green Lantern made. Maybe I can look that up really quickly. That's the Ryan Reynolds one, right? Green Lantern box office. Well, Green Lantern looks like it made $219 million in the U.S. on a $220 million budget. Let's look at Box Office Mojo. This will give me the worldwide. So, worldwide. Oh, no, that is worldwide. It made $219 million worldwide. What did The Flash do? The Flash did more than that, didn't it? The Flash worldwide made $268 million worldwide. Okay, so maybe they meant that The Flash is the lowest of the DCEU movies, because The Flash definitely made more than Green Lantern did. So there you go. The truth has come out. Hardcore reviews. I said hi, Zach, way too many times. No, dude, it's totally fine. Hi, hardcore reviews. Hi, hardcore reviews. Hi, hardcore reviews. Now we're even, man. It's all good. Preston reviews. I'll watch it with you, Zach. I appreciate that, man. Enviro Earth 2. That's life. Yep, that's life. Enviro Earth 2, Aquaman 2, and Craven. Aquaman 2 and Craven, I'm not quite sure. Oh, are those your most anticipated? Is that what you're saying? I'm not quite sure what we're doing with that. I'm sorry. Toxic Gamer 331, are you going to go see Five Nights at Freddy's movie? If someone wants to go, yeah, I might go. I just don't have any stake in it, you know? Like, I've never played the... One thing I was thinking that would be fun is to do my first ever live video game play along and do it for Five Nights at Freddy before the movie comes out, because I've never touched that game. I've never played it. I hardly even know what it's about. I know it's something to do with watching security and like what is it, a toy factory or something? I know very, very little about it. But I thought that might be a fun idea before I go and watch the movie, because I'm gonna have no knowledge. But you know what? Maybe. Never say never. It might happen. Enamored movie reviews. Hunger Games for me. Hunger Games. What, Ballad of Snakes and Songbirds? What's that thing called? I'm not a huge Hunger Games fan, to be honest. The first one, I just don't really like the concept of kids killing kids. You know, I didn't enjoy watching it. I haven't seen it in a number of years, but I did enjoy watching it. The one I enjoyed the most was Catching Fire. You know, because they were adults that were killing adults. I just found that more easy to stomach, and I thought that was a pretty fun movie. But I didn't really care for how it ended. I didn't really care for the two-parter Mockingjay. I found the first one kind of slow and sluggish, and then the second one, I don't know. Just wasn't a big fan of those movies, so I'm not really looking forward to the new one. But hey, maybe I'll check it out. I forgot that was coming out this year, to be honest. 3D Movie Cinema, what's going on, 3D Movie Cinema? Thanks for being here tonight. Hi, Zach. Came by to say hi. I was going through Steve Martin's films and just saw this. And what are your thoughts on the movie The Jerk? I think it's funny. There's a movie that I've never seen. I've been told to watch The Jerk by my grandparents and my parents and some other people so many times. My favorite Steve Martin film is either Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is so underrated. I think it's a classic comedy, but I don't think many people talk about it. So Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is one of them. And of course, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, man. That is such a great movie. Yeah, those would be my two. But I haven't seen The Jerk. I gotta get The Jerk on my list. Enviro Earth 2. Did he forget about Aquaman 2? Did I forget about Aquaman 2? I'm not looking forward to Aquaman 2 all that much, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of the first one. I think it's fine. I enjoyed my time watching it in theaters, but I've never felt the desire to go back again. Yeah, Aquaman 2 is coming out this year. I didn't forget, but it's not one of my most anticipated. 80s kid from the 90s. Toby and Andrew are the best Spider-Man. I don't get why some people don't like Toby as Spider-Man. He did an amazing job portraying Peter Parker. I think Toby's Peter Parker, I think he works better as Peter Parker than Spider-Man in some ways. I do like him in both roles, absolutely. And he has my favorite movies, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1. Those are my favorite Spider-Man movies. They got Toby in them. Toby's a big reason why those are my favorites, so I'm not knocking Toby at all. But when Toby gets in the Spider-Man suit in those movies, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, he's hard to buy into. Sometimes there's just the way that he plays it that doesn't feel, because with Spider-Man, you know, Peter Parker is, at least that's my versions of Spider-Man. That's my upbringing with Spider-Man. Is like Peter Parker is kind of like one guy, and then when he's Spider-Man, this whole other persona comes out of him, wisecracking, quippy, a little bit more confident. Never really felt that all that much with Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker when he got into the Spider-Man suit. Like, up until Tom Holland, my favorite Peter Parker was Tobey Maguire. My favorite Spider-Man was Andrew Garfield. When he was in the Spider-Man suit, I felt like he played that persona the best until Tom Holland came. And maybe even still, because Andrew Garfield, he did it again in No Way Home, and Andrew Garfield stole the movie with No Way Home. So Andrew Garfield might end up being my favorite Spider-Man, just period. But yeah, that would be what I would contribute to the reason why some people don't like Tobey as Spider-Man. Because to a degree, I can see what they're seeing, but the movies are just so good that I don't care. I still love them. Toxic Gamer 331 says me either for Aquaman 2. Yeah, I don't know. Not too many people have talked about Aquaman 2, so I don't know what the excitement level for Aquaman 2 is. Preston Reviews, my most... Oh, whoops. Did a jump there. Where are we at right now? Wow, you guys are killing this chat. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Preston Reviews, my most anticipated after Sunday, after seeing Blue Beetle, is Five Nights at Freddy's. Nice, man. I hope that movie delivers for you guys. Enviro Earth 2, you can't judge Blue Beetle from the Flash movie. No, I'm not, oh, sorry, you go on. Enviro Earth 2, Blue Beetle will probably be similar in quality to Shazam. Yeah, so just to clarify, in case I was mistaken I'm not judging Blue Beetle being a good movie off of The Flash. I'm just saying that, like, when the okay up so let's say before The Flash, up until The Flash, when Twitter reactions came out and they raved about a movie, I got on board with that really quickly. I was like, this movie's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. And when The Flash came out, it was like being praised. I was so hyped for the movie after that. I was like, everyone's saying it's awesome. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. And the movie ended up being all right, in my opinion. The way that I viewed it, it was all right. And when that happened to me, when all the raves of The Flash ended up just being an all right movie for me, it's not that I think Blue Beetle is going to be bad and I don't trust the reactions. What I'm saying is that I'm not just suddenly super excited based off of the reactions. It's like, okay, the reactions have been really good for Blue Beetle. That gives me confidence that I'm going to like it, but I'm not just automatically thinking that I'm now going to love Blue Beetle because the reactions have loved Blue Beetle. Like that has kind of ended for me after Flash. So I do think Blue Beetle is going to be good. Don't get me wrong. I do think it's going to be good, but I am just tempering my excitement just a little bit because I've been down the road with following the raves on Twitter before and being ultimately a little bit disappointed. Like, do you guys remember when Across the Spider-Verse first reactions came out and people were saying it wasn't just the best animated movie of the year, it was the best animated movie ever made, or it wasn't even just the best animated movie ever made, it was the best animated movie, or it was the best movie ever made, period. Like, there were some high profile outlets that were saying that it was like not just the best movie of the year, but the best movie ever. And I love Across the Spider-Verse, but I don't think it's the best movie ever. I don't think it's the best animated movie ever made. So those people felt that way. That's great. But I'm not just going to jump on that bandwagon before I see the movie anymore. That's kind of what I meant, if that makes more sense. I appreciate you asking for the follow-up. 80s kid from the 90s. I'm sorry, but the best DC movie since The Dark Knight is The Batman. I completely agree with you, man. The Batman. I even like The Batman more than The Dark Knight. Just saying. Toxic Gamer 331. I'm also seeing Blue Beetle tomorrow. That's awesome, dude. Anyone seeing Strays? Am I the only one who's seeing Strays? I'm seeing Strays on Friday. Anyone else seeing Strays? No? Okay. Preston reviews. I'm getting an AMC Blue Beetle backpack. That sounds sick. That sounds awesome. My theater doesn't do stuff like that, and I don't have an AMC, so that's a bummer. I wish I had an AMC for the A-list alone. I've heard about the AMC A-list from like US YouTubers that I listen to and watch, and it sounds like a dream. I would love to have that. Enamored movie reviews. I see there are a few reviewers in here. We should all schedule a show and just talk about movies one evening, maybe when Oscar noms drop. Yeah, there's a ton of fellow movie reviewers in here, guys, that we're all around the same subscriber count, same level. So, guys, if you see a name in here that you don't recognize, click on them, go to their channel, check them out, subscribe, give them some love and support. I love when I see people in the chat appear on other people's, like Luke Ponto today. He just had a live stream with we know him in the chat as the Jay Shrayway. You know, and it's really cool to see, like, Luke was in my chat, the Jay Shrayway was in my chat. Those two maybe I shouldn't take all the credit because I don't know if that's really how it went down, but I've seen Luke in the chat. I've seen Jay Shrayway in the chat. They connected. Now they're doing a stream together. They're like, I love that. I love seeing that happen from the chat. And that's a really good idea. I'm not great with Oscar nominations because there has never been a year. The closest I got was last year, but I've never seen everything that's ever been nominated for the Oscars. Like, whenever the Oscars come around, there's always, like, I don't know, I've seen, like, maybe 2 movies that are nominated out of the categories, and all the rest I haven't seen. So I'm hoping this Oscars that I can catch up on all of them and really have an opinion on the Oscars, because last year I got close. I saw quite a bit of movies last year that were nominated at the Oscars. But one day I would love to have an Oscars come along where I have seen everything that's nominated and can have a full-fledged opinion on it. Read Comics, what's going on, man? You did an awesome video the other day. You tagged me in it. What was it? Australia, the best Australian movies. Really good job on that, man. And guys, go check that out if you haven't. But thank you for being here tonight, man. Thanks for joining us. Hey, I just finished rewatching Avatar: The Way of Water. Nice. Did you enjoy it as much as you did, or didn't enjoy it? I don't know. I think you liked it, if I remember correctly. I picked that up on Blu-ray myself. I own it. I haven't rewatched it yet though, but I do want to one day, but just not today. Enviro Earth 2. I'm more of a TV person, only watch films occasionally. Yeah, I'm kind of the reverse. I'm way more of a movie person. Like when I was younger, I was more into TV, but that was like Disney Channel and Nickelodeon stuff. That was the stuff that I was watching on TV. I have not watched very many high profile. I'm going through Breaking Bad right now. I'm 3/4 into season 3. And I'm really liking the show. I own all the seasons except for season 3 on Blu-ray. I found them at the pawn shop a couple weeks ago, and I picked them all up. So I almost own the complete show. Season 3 I'm watching on Netflix, and then I can watch them on Blu-ray after that. But yeah, other than that, there's not too many like real dramatic. One show that I am watching right now, though, that my wife and I are really loving is The Bear. Now, I know The Bear is not a new show, but I do feel like it's an underrated show because I haven't heard too many people talking about it. Season 2 just came out. We just finished season 1, and that show is so good. I mean, it took me a couple episodes to get into it, but episode 7 is some of the most riveting and most, I don't know, just amazing TV making I've seen in a very long time on a TV show. So if you guys haven't seen The Bear, in Canada it's on Disney Plus. It might be on Hulu in the United States. Highly recommend it. Check it out. Great show. Zach Attacks Reviews. What's going on, my friend? Thanks for being here. Hey, Zach. Well, hey, Zach. Right back at you. Preston Reviews. The Terminators were pretty good. Six. Oh, is this your ranking of them? So at last place is Terminator. Wow, last place is Terminator Salvation. All right. In 5th place is Terminator 3. In 4th place is Genesis. Wow, you liked Genesis a lot more than I did. 3 is Terminator 1. 2 is Dark Fate, and 1 is Judgment Day. Wow, dude, our rankings of Terminators could not be further apart except for Judgment Day being at number 1. But I love to see it, dude. I love that you enjoyed Terminator Genesis and Terminator Dark Fate. That's amazing. Wow, I liked that ranking, man. That was a unique ranking. That's awesome. Zach Attacks Reviews. I've been watching my old videos to see how much I've grown. Do you ever do that? Yeah, I do. I do that quite a bit. Well, I don't want to say quite a bit because that sounds kind of conceited. But I don't think they heard that, but my wife just yelled, yes, I do. Yeah, I've watched my older stuff for sure, and I've cringed at it, and I've patted myself on the back for how much further I've come. And I've also watched it to see like if there was things in it that I'm still doing. You know, like if I'm still doing them, I'm not as fresh to them. But if I'm watching old videos and I notice something and I'm like, oh man, that doesn't look good or that doesn't hold up, and then I watch another video and see if I'm still doing the same thing, I feel like that helps a lot for me. But yeah, it is fun. It's like a time capsule. It is fun to go back and see like I just watched. Here we go. See. That's funny. I just said not often, but I totally do. I just watched the other day my thank you for 200 subscribers video. It's just like 200 subscribers, and now I'm at 2,000. Like that, Zach at 200 subscribers would never dream of where we're at now. It is really cool to go to. Enviro Earth says, why does everyone ignore each other here? They don't really ignore each other. I've seen a lot of people talk to each other and tag each other and converse. Not all the time, but it does happen. Toxic Gamer 331. Hot take. I actually like the Bourne Legacy. I would have to think about it, but it might be my favorite Bourne movie. Nice, dude. That's a good hot take. Preston Reviews. Hi, Zach. Well, hello, Preston. Good to have you here, man. You were already here, but I think you're being... Oh, you're saying hi, Zach Attacks. Hi, Zach Attack Reviews. Okay, that makes sense. Zach Attacks says Bourne Legacy is good. I've never seen Bourne Legacy, full transparency, so I gotta watch that. Hungry Movie Buff. I also need to go watch Last Voyage of Demeter. I was gonna go see that and Mutant Mayhem today, but I had a headache after Mutant Mayhem, even though I loved it, but I want to see it so bad. Yeah, you definitely don't want to go into another movie once you have a headache from it. Like, yeah, you don't want to go to the movies with a headache. But yeah, Mutant Mayhem was good. Mutant Mayhem was really good. Mutant Mayhem was better than I thought it was going to be. Because I wasn't really looking forward to it all that much. Like, it wasn't my Turtles. And even after watching the movie, it's still not really my Turtles. Like, when I think of my Turtles, it's going to be the 90s and the 80s cartoon and the 2003 cartoon. Like, those are... And even maybe the TMNT 2007 movie. Because that's kind of a a continuation from the third film of the live actions, but it's kind of messy in that way. Those are my turtles. These turtles, they were for the new generation, and they worked for the new generation. And it's cool to see that this new generation has turtles of their own. But still really enjoyed the movie. Still really thought it was good. Now we're all saying hey to each other. I love it. I love that. Zach Attacks is finishing up a video. Read comics. Have you seen my best Australian movies vid? Yep. Definitely go check that out, guys. We got 2 Zachs. The multiverse is real. That's funny. Okay, Toxic Gamer says it is that Steelbook that I mentioned before. Awesome. Zach Attacks Review says we just need the other one for it to be a multiverse party. Yeah, Zach Guller, where you at? Where you at, Zach Guller? Get in here. He's busy. He's a busy guy. If you guys don't follow Zach Guller, definitely recommend him. Check out his channel, Zach Guller. Great movie reviews, great guy. He just put up his Blu-ray collection video. A lot of people are putting up the Blu-ray collection videos, and I was thinking this weekend to have a great opportunity to record my Blu-ray collection video, but now I'm kind of sitting like, everybody's putting out a Blu-ray collection video. I don't want to look like I'm just like jumping on everyone's tails, but yeah, I do think I'm going to do a Blu-ray collection video because I did one around this time last year, so it's time to update. It's been a year, and I've picked up some stuff, so it's time to update the collection video, but yeah, what was I saying? Go check out Zach Guller. That's what I was getting at. Luke Irvin. What's going on, Luke? Thanks for joining. Hey, y'all. Well, hello, Luke. We're happy to have you here. Toxic Gamer 331. Have you ever had someone recognize you in person, Zach? Kind of. There's two instances. So this one's kind of random. When I was about to get married to my now wife, I had an idea, like we got married fast, we dated for, I guess you would say we dated for 10 months, were engaged by 10 months and married. No, is that right? No. Yeah. 10 months. And then we skipped a month. No, it was 9 months. We got engaged in 9 months. We skipped a month and then we got married by the 11th month. Yeah, we got married in November and I proposed in September. So it was fast. It was a fast dating. It was a fast engagement. It was a fast getting married. Anyways, long story short, I documented the process. I documented the whole thing. I made this little short documentary film about our journey to the wedding, from engagement, telling our friends, the crazy stuff that happened with the wedding because it was smack dab in the middle of COVID in 2020. Anyways, I made this documentary, little movie, just kind of for fun and just for us and for our friends and family. Put it on a YouTube channel, and I guess someone shared it or something. I don't know. But anyways, I was in Walmart one day, just randomly looking in the movie collection section like I do, and this guy who I've never met before in my life, he comes up to me. He just kind of like, hey. And I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? He was like, I'm good. Did I watch you on YouTube? And I was like, oh. And I thought he was talking about the channel. Around this time, I only had like 300 maybe subscribers. And I'm thinking, yeah. Was it about movies? And he was like, no, I watched you get married, I think. And I was like, oh, yeah, I did have a little documentary movie put out there. And he just went, oh, cool. And then just walked away. It was very surreal because I was just kind of standing there like, wait, did that really just happen? Did he just like confirm that he, like, I've never seen this guy before. I don't know who he's linked to. I don't know who would have shared it with him, but that was one. Anyways, the other one wasn't really a recognition, but recently I was down visiting some family and we were at this ice cream place and I was wearing my Zach Millen Talks Movies t-shirt just because I threw it on. I wasn't trying to do anything with it. But anyways, I was wearing a Zach Millen Talks Movies t-shirt and I totally forgot that I was wearing it. And we're sitting outside and we're eating our ice cream and this guy in his car, because he was parked like right in front of where we were standing, and this guy like honks his horn and just yells out his window, "Hey, is this you?" And he holds up his phone, and on his phone is my YouTube channel. And I guess he must have looked it up after looking at my shirt, but it wasn't really confirmed. And I just kind of said, "Yeah, that's me." And he was like, "Awesome, dude," and just drove off. So those are the only two instances where I can say that I've been recognized, because I'm not a big channel. I'm not a big channel at all. I'm very much just a small beginning channel. But it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. Movie Dean's in here. What's going on, Movie Dean? Thanks for joining us tonight. What's up, Zach and folks? Movie Dean, I gotta say it because you're not in here too often, but Movie Dean has a great channel over there on YouTube. His YouTube channel. He does this live show called The Daily Reel, breaks down movie news. Great guy, great content. Check him out if you haven't yet, guys. Read comics. What movie do you think did underwater the best? Aquaman, Wakanda Forever, or Avatar 2? Oh, Avatar 2. No competition. It is followed by Wakanda Forever, I would say. Aquaman's underwater sequences, I never really bought into them all that much. They're way more fantastical, and they're meant to be more fantastical and a little bit more cartoony. But I feel like Wakanda Forever and Avatar 2 tried to go the realistic approach, and Avatar 2 definitely the best of all of them. Toxic Gamer 331. Star Wars needs a big win right now. Yeah, they do. Oh man, do they do? Ahsoka needs to be great. Ahsoka needs to be so good because, man, it's been I think the last time I can say that Star Wars was great was Mandalorian Season 2. Because then you had the Book of Boba Fett come out, which some people liked. I get it. I thought it was terrible. Maybe not terrible. Terrible is the wrong way to go. Underwhelming. I was underwhelmed by it. Didn't really get into it all that much. Didn't really like it. So then we had Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan, man, like some of the highest of highs of Star Wars and some of the lowest of lows of Star Wars. Overall, I will say that I like Obi-Wan, but I was over the moon excited for that, and I wanted to love it, and that didn't happen. So, and then you had Mandalorian Season 3, and Mandalorian Season 3, those ratings went down. The viewership declined every episode. That's not good. That definitely shows losing interest in Star Wars. So they need to get the audience back. Ahsoka needs to be great, and more importantly, they need to get back on the big screen. They need to get a Star Wars movie back on the big screen. They need to make it an event again. They need to make it something that we get super hyped for, that everyone goes to see. It needs to be a spectacle. It needs to be an event, and Star Wars has not been that for quite some time. So I completely agree. Enviro Earth 2, what's the best multiverse movie so far? I mean, probably Everything Everywhere All at Once. I mean, that's pretty amazing. But if we're going the comic book route, I do think that Spider-Man No Way Home, it's tricky because I'm saying that as a massive Spider-Man fan, and specifically I'm saying that as a massive Spider-Man fan of the live-action movies that we had so far, and the way that they brought all those elements and all those storylines and all those characters into Spider-Man No Way Home using the multiverse, the way they get there, I'll admit, it's clunky with the Doctor Strange spell and all that stuff. I don't think it's as bad as some people think it is, but yeah, definitely as a Spider-Man fan, No Way Home is probably my favorite multiverse movie, but before there was No Way Home, before there was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is another good multiverse movie. Maybe that actually might be the best one. But Turtles Forever, and this is like a deep cut. It's not the best multiverse movie, but it was definitely the first multiverse thing that I ever saw as a kid. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles Forever, bringing together the 80s, the 80s Turtles and the 2000s Turtles, and even the comic book origins Turtles. That was a really fun multiverse film for a Ninja Turtles fan. As far as the best one, I don't know. I think I'll say Everything Everywhere All at Once for now. Movie Dean, I think it's post Mando. Oh, Ahsoka is post Mando, but Mandalorian is also post Return of the Jedi. Isn't that correct? So it still stands, right? So Ahsoka is still post Return of the Jedi. So Anakin, if he were to appear in present day, would be a Force ghost. So that still stands. That still works. Luke Irvin says Gran Turismo is great. That's great to hear. That's what I've been hoping to hear. Enviro Earth 2. Sonic 2 is still the best video game movie. I mean, I enjoy Sonic 2. I think Sonic 1. I think Sonic is fun. I don't get into those movies that much. I didn't grow up as a Sonic fan, so I didn't really have any stake in nostalgia with Sonic. I didn't really know the character all that well. So, yeah, the movies, they don't really entice me all that much. I saw both of them in theaters, and I haven't gone back to watch them. I do think I like the first one more than the second one, though. But, yeah, video game movies, they're slim pickings. I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority with this, but I do think that Tomb Raider movie with, what was her name? Alicia Vikander, I think is her name. That Tomb Raider movie, I think, was underrated. I could be wrong. I haven't seen it in quite some time, but I remember really liking that movie. Or I remember thinking that movie was good. And maybe it's not the best video game movie ever, but I do think it might be underrated. Toxic Gamer 331. Have you watched the new TV show Twisted Metal, based on Twisted Metal Black video games on Peacock? No, I haven't. I haven't made that. I haven't made time for that. I'm watching iCarly season 3 right now on Paramount. I should rephrase that. I'm trudging through iCarly season. iCarly is the drug that I can't quit, guys. Every season I hope, will this get better? And every season I'm left disappointed. Season 2 wasn't awful. There was some stuff in. I know we're gonna talk about iCarly now, but I'm just gonna bring it up. Season 2 wasn't awful, but season 3, this season, I'm on episode 7. I got 3 episodes to go until the end, and I'm just like, I sit there and I drool at the screen. Like, I'm just trying to get through it. That show is painful, so painful. Anyways, no, I haven't seen Twisted Metal. Preston reviews. I'm starting the DC Earth 1 comics and finishing The Last Ronin. Nice. The Last Ronin, that is the Ninja Turtles comic, right? That's the one with I think it's Michelangelo, the last surviving turtle. Is that the last? I feel like that's what The Last Ronin is. I would definitely check that out. Enviro Earth 2. Do you think Jim Carrey will come out of retirement for Sonic 3? I'm not even fully sure that Jim Carrey's retired. I mean, I know that he said he's retiring, but he said it in an interview, and when he said it Jim Carrey, sometimes it's hard to read, like if he's joking, if he's just playing with the interviewer, I don't know. But for Sonic 3, I'm going to say I don't think so, because at the end of Sonic 2, you could say he's toast, he's gone, not coming back, and they could write him out of Sonic 3 pretty easily. But it would be fun to see him, because he's one of the best parts of the Sonic movies, in my opinion. 80s kid from the 90s. What song would you pick if Wolverine, War Machine, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and the Real Hulk teamed up? What song would I pick if Wolverine, War Machine, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and the Real Hulk teamed up? Man, I don't even know. I'm not great with that kind of question. It would have to. I know it would have to be like an awesome rocking song, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. That's a tough question. If anyone has any suggestions for that, please write them down, because that's a really good question, and I'm so sorry that I can't answer that right now. Read comics. Would you rather live in Themyscira, Asgard, or Wakanda? I toss between Themyscira and Asgard because of all the women. Huh? Themyscira, all the women. I see ya. I see ya there, Read Comics. Was that not the worst wink in the world? I think it was. Man, I think I'd rather live in Asgard. I think, well, Wakanda has some pretty sick technology that I wouldn't mind checking out and playing with. But Asgard, I think in the first 2 Thor movies especially, I want to explore it more. You know, it just looks so grand. It looks so epic and mystical. And I'd like to go into the cities and look around Asgard more. So I think I'm going to go with Asgard. Preston reviews. Keep, Watch, or Burn. Meg 2, Zoe 101, and TMNT Mutant Mayhem. I'm definitely going to keep Mutant Mayhem. I'll watch Zoe 102 and I'll burn Meg 2. Okay, here's the thing about Meg 2. That movie is awful. That movie is so bad in every conceivable way, from the writing to the story to the acting to the characters. Everything about that movie is a do not do in filmmaking, in movie writing. It is awful. It is so bad. There is a scene, I don't want to spoil Meg 2 too much for you, but there is a scene where they're underwater, they are in the depths of the sea, and they show the dire situation that they are in by having someone's suit leak and blow up, right? I'm not going to... You guys don't care about Meg 2 spoilers. So someone at the depths of the sea, their suit cracks and they die, right? Not even 5 minutes later, Jason Statham is out there in the same level of depth of the ocean, swimming, with no gear on. Just him and a t-shirt and some jeans, and he's swimming in the water, and he's fine. Even though we just saw someone lose their life because at the depth of that water they couldn't survive without their suit, he was fine. I thought that was just awful. That said, I had a blast with Meg 2. I had so much fun with Meg 2. It is my guilty pleasure movie of the year, because everyone who says that they walked out, everyone that said that they hated it, everyone that said it's the worst movie of the year for them so far, I do not blame you. I cannot argue with you. I just, like, everything that you say is completely valid, and I see all your points, and I agree with a lot of your points. I just had such a guilty pleasure time with it. But even with that said, I would burn it, like, easily. I would not watch that again. I wouldn't mind Zoe 102 again. I didn't think it was great, but I wouldn't mind watching it again. Preston reviews. I have 200 movies on my list now. Nice, dude. You have 200 to watch. You have 200 that you've watched this year. I think you mean you might have 200 movies that you need to watch. That's a challenge, man. I wish you luck. Talk to you with 51. I agree with that comment, Zach. It is crazy how many other people are reviewing stuff and how you can kind of get lost in the shuffle sometimes. Yeah, and it can be challenging. It can be a brutal thing. Preston reviews. I already bet my amount of subs this year. I already met my amount of subs this year. It was 5. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Congratulations, hitting your goal. That's amazing. You should be very proud of that, man. Pat yourself on the back, man. That's awesome. Hungry Movie Buff. I felt that on being hard to get views because I'd watch Sean Chandler's tips on being a new YouTuber, and it sucks. Some videos I'm at 40 views, but then the next video I only get 12 views if I'm lucky. Yeah, and sometimes that's just, you just got to roll up your sleeves and, all right, that video didn't work, on to the next one. I mean, I'll be honest. I thought Zoe 102 was going to do a little bit better than it's doing. I do think that it being blocked right away did hurt it a little bit, but I was expecting it to do a little bit better than it's doing right now. What is it at right now? Let me just take a quick peek. It's at 57 views in how many hours? In 12 hours. It's at 57 views in 12 hours. That's not what I was hoping. Let's say that. I mean, I appreciate every single view. I appreciate every single person who watched it, checked it out. I mean, even if you didn't like it, thank you for clicking on it. But hey, that's just how it goes, right? Some videos hit, some videos don't, even if you think that they're really good ideas. And yeah, you just kind of have to roll your sleeves up, all right, on to the next thing and just keep trucking along. But yeah, it can be discouraging. It can be challenging and tough when that happens, man. Enviro Earth 2, Zach has got manners. That's a rare thing nowadays. Yeah, I mean, I just like to, just in life. Like, I appreciate that, man. First of all, thank you. But, like, just in life, I like, treating people with kindness, treating people well, treating people, like, nicely. Like, what do I gain from not doing that? And I'm not saying I'm perfect. Of course, I don't always do that, but I try my best to. And especially with movies and YouTube and talking about movies, like, what's the point of getting mad about movies? They're just movies. We're all just here to have fun, to talk about them. And every single person that joins on here to talk about movies with me, you guys, and this is not lost on me ever, you guys could literally be doing anything else. You guys don't need to be here. You guys could be watching the new movie. You could be watching Avatar: The Way of Water. We've been doing this for an hour. You guys could have been watching a full episode of Breaking Bad at this point, but maybe you're multitasking, who knows? But you have decided to jump in here, talk with me, hang out with me, engage in the chat. That is not lost on me. I am so thankful for that. And so yeah, I wanna give you guys my thanks and give you guys the praise that you deserve, man. This doesn't happen without you guys, and I'm so thankful and grateful for you. So I appreciate that for that nice comment there, Enviro Earth 2. Preston reviews. School is why I can't be on for a while. Oh, okay, that makes sense, man. Well, hey, I hope you have a great time at school, though, dude. I hope you learn a lot. I hope you have a lot of fun. I hope you hang out with a lot of friends. I don't know if you mean like high school or university. I think you're high school, if I remember correctly. I think you might be high school. But yeah, I just hope you have a great time there, man. We'll miss you though. We'll miss you. Enviro Earth 2. People really need manners training now. I think that's what you're saying. People really need manners training nowadays. Yeah, well, oh yeah, that's right. That's what you're saying. Manners training nowadays. I mean, look, I guess you could say I was very, very fortunate, as I'm sure many of you guys were too. I was fortunate. I didn't really grow up with the internet. I mean, the internet for me was introduced probably when I was around 10. Maybe that's too old. Maybe 8. Maybe 8 years old is when the YouTube and the internet was really introduced for me. So I guess I did grow up with it, but I didn't have it right away. And so, yeah, manners was a big thing in my household, learning manners and being polite to people. And I didn't have Twitter, and I didn't have Instagram, and I didn't have all these, like, Facebook and YouTube comments. And I didn't have the opportunity to just be mean to someone and not have any consequences for it. So it's unfortunate that that's what society is nowadays, especially with social media. But yeah, you just gotta be the best that you can be, I guess. Read comics. Are you a Scooby-Doo fan? Scooby-Doo has always been one of my favorite things. Loved Scooby-Doo when I was a kid. I watched that endlessly. I watched why can't I remember what it's called? Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? That's what it is. I watched Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The old 60s. And What's New Scooby-Doo? I think that was the early 2000s cartoon. What's New Scooby Doo was like my Scooby Doo. I loved watching What's New Scooby Doo, and every time we my family would take us to Blockbuster on like Friday night, and my sister and I we got to pick out a movie. And I would always go to the Scooby Doo sections. I would like Scooby Doo and the Witches Go, Scooby Doo and the Alien Invasion, Scooby Doo on Zombie Island freaked me out as a kid, but I still really loved that one. Yeah, Scooby Doo was a big thing for me, and the live action ones, which were written by James Gunn, which is kind of funny that like James Gunn became a big part of my fandom nowadays. He started writing the Scooby Doo movies that I enjoyed as a kid, Scooby Doo and Scooby Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. Loved those movies as a kid as well. So yeah, I was a Scooby Doo fan. Not so much nowadays, but I really do have a soft spot in my heart for Scooby Doo. Preston reviews. Keep Watch or Burn. Guardians trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy. Oh, dude, now you've got me. Oh, dang. Guardians trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy, or the Captain America trilogy. This is tough. This is tough. Dang, man. Okay, I got it. Oh, man. I gotta keep Captain America trilogy. I have to keep it. They're brilliant. I love them. And Civil War. I have to keep Civil War. So Captain America's, I'm keeping that. Dang it, I'm burning the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm sorry. I'm burning the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm not even the biggest fan of Batman Begins. The Dark Knight is great, and I really like The Dark Knight Rises. I gotta have all three Guardians, and I gotta keep the MCU collection together. I gotta be able to watch all the MCU movies together. So, I guess I can't really do that. I just have to watch. But I'm keeping Captain America. I'm watching Guardians. I'm burning the Dark Knight trilogy, man. That was tough. That was a good one, dude. Toxic Gamer 331. My sister met Hayden Christensen at MegaCon this year and took a picture with him. That's awesome. I am jealous. I would love to meet Hayden Christensen. Like, just to stand there with Anakin Skywalker, man. That would be amazing. Your sister lived my dream. That's amazing. That's awesome. See for yourself, one of our beloved and amazing channel members. What's going on, dude? What's going on, Ken? Thanks for being here tonight, my friend. Hey, Zach, my question would be, have you ever had a moment when YouTube threw off your life balance? If so, how did you get things back in balance? Yeah, that's a good question. That's tricky. I mean, being married, that happens a lot. I'm not going to lie. That does happen a lot. The biggest thing I think for me is getting really fixated on YouTube. Because, man, my brain just runs at 1,000,000 miles an hour with YouTube. I'm constantly thinking of what I can do next. I constantly want to create. I constantly want to make a video. Constantly want to put something out there. And honestly, for me, a big thing is my wife bringing me back down to earth. My wife is amazing. And she will just tell me how it is. She will say, you are feeling distant from me, and you need to get your head out of your phone, and you need to put it away, and you need to spend time with me. Like, we have things to do. You have responsibilities that you need to do. So, honestly, I'm terrible with that. I'll just be flat out honest. I'm terrible with putting YouTube over a lot of other things that should not be prioritized under YouTube. But my wife is so amazing, and my wife helps me out so much. She brings me back down to earth and gets my head out of these YouTube clouds. But yeah, it's tough. It is tough. You just kind of have to find that fixture in your life, that anchor, that when you float out into YouTube space before you get too far, before you get too deep, they're the ones that pull you back in. At least that's how it is for me. So, yeah, I appreciate the question, Ken. That was a really good question. Enviro Earth 2. DC films for me, Marvel and Lucas are burnt out, and I'm a DC fanboy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I really can't blame you. I mean, I'm still enjoying Marvel, but Secret Invasion did hurt my excitement for future MCU shows, just because it's kind of like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, and I've been fooling myself 8 times. Every time we get to these finales, well, the Loki finale was good, and I liked WandaVision's finale, but all these finales, man, they're rushed and they fall short, and I just kind of feel like Secret Invasion broke my camel's back with that. So I'm not burnt out on Marvel. Still like it. Still looking forward to their stuff. But I don't blame you for feeling that way. And Star Wars has got me a little... it just underwhelms me. And yeah, DC, I'm looking forward to the future. But I mean, I don't know. I liked The Flash and Blue Beetle looks good. And I wasn't really a big fan of Shazam, Fury of the Gods. But they've been putting out some decent stuff. Preston Reviews, keeping it going. Keep, Watch, or Burn. Zoe 101, Friends, or iCarly. I'd keep Friends. I'd watch iCarly. I'd burn Zoe 101. That one was pretty easy for me. Trev's Movies, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Happy to have you here. Here's something to laugh at. I just got done shooting a video where I watched One Piece film Red to tie in with the upcoming live action series. I dressed up like Luffy for the whole thing, and I feel what you. Oh, okay. And I drew a scar on my face with a Sharpie. Didn't hit me till halfway through the movie that I screwed up. I got to see Blue Beetle tomorrow. Wait, you screwed? Oh man, dude, that's rough. Oh man, that's too bad. I'm sorry that happened. But you get to see Blue Beetle tomorrow, so hopefully that makes up for it, man. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had too many instances where I've had moments where I did shoot an entire trailer reaction and I didn't turn the camera on. You know when that happens? That's been one of my biggest blunders, trailer reactions. I'll forget to turn my camera on as I hit play. Because I record it on my phone, right? So it's like the record and then you hit play on the trailer, but you want to make sure it's you can somewhat time it up. Sometimes I forget to hit play on my phone or hit record on my phone. And that video just doesn't happen anymore because you can't do a trailer reaction twice. At least I don't like to. And there's definitely been times where I've done a movie review and my mic wasn't hooked up. And then the audio is just crappy and you got to shoot it over again. So I feel you, man. I feel you for those mistakes that happen. Hungry Movie Buff. I hate how so many people have said Marvel has been trash since Endgame. There has definitely been some downs, but with Loki and No Way Home and a few others, how can you say it's been trash? I definitely think the fact that people are saying that the MCU is trash now is a testament to how well and how good the MCU was from Iron Man 2 Endgame. I mean, the quality, the consistency, it was just so well put together. And I think a lot of us took it for granted. I think Marvel just made it look so easy. Marvel just made it look like anything they touched turned to gold. And the introduction of the MCU shows on Disney Plus, I do think they've struggled with that. I think they've struggled with maintaining the quality and the consistency of their product through that. And I feel like that has definitely hurt some people's... It's broken the rose-colored glasses on a lot of people of wait, everything Marvel touches doesn't turn to gold? Because, yes, there are a number of great things that Marvel's been putting out. Like I really enjoyed Shang-Chi. I really enjoyed No Way Home. I really enjoyed Ms. Marvel, WandaVision, Loki. I like Love and Thunder personally. It's not great, but I really love Wakanda Forever. I'm looking at my collection. I really love Wakanda Forever. That's a great one. And I liked Quantumania. I know a lot of people didn't, but I liked Quantumania. So I'm still on board. But the fact that it's clearly a lot of it is not as good as it used to be. And a lot of people are noticing that, and they're just going straight to trash, which I think is extreme. But I don't agree with it, but I can see why they're going that way. But I don't go that extreme. They're definitely not trash. 80s kid from the 90s. I'm very worried about Andy Muschietti directing Brave and the Bold. I thought he did a great job with directing Batman's story arc, but in the past, he purposely made the CGI bad. Thoughts? Okay, so I don't worry about that too much because... Okay, so first of all, the Batman sequences in The Flash I thought were great, and I think the Batman Brave and the Bold sequences are going to be made even better because he had practice with the Batman characters in The Flash, so that has me confident. When it comes to the CGI, I don't worry about that too much because, first of all, the CGI. I know that sometimes as fans, and I'm guilty of this too. We just put CGI as one collective thing, but a bunch of multiple visual effects artist houses get sent pieces and they all work on the movie, so it's not just one person, not usually one person doing all the effects. Multiple different people are working on them, and they take direction from the director, and in this studio as well has notes and influence, but in this instance he purposely made it bad because in his vision for the movie he wanted it to look like that in the Speed Force when Barry was moving really fast. And so I don't think he's going to have the same mentality in Brave and the Bold. I don't think he's going to ask the people to make Batman look like rubber in Brave and the Bold on purpose. At least I hope that's not what he's going to do. So I can understand your concern, but I really don't think you have anything to worry about. But we'll wait and see. Enamored movie reviews. To the movie channel difficult inquiry. When I was a restaurant manager, it used to be quite hard to just enjoy sitting and enjoying a meal. Now that I critique movies, I find it to be the same issue sometimes. You know what? That is a very interesting point that you bring up, because there are some times, honestly, where I do just I do want to just sit and watch a movie. You know, like sometimes, like one of the things, like I really respect like Zack Attack Reviews, for example, is someone who does this, who they do first watch reviews, you know, like where they watch something for the first time, then they review it. I tried doing that really early on in my channel, and I found that I didn't like it. And the reason why I didn't like it is because I felt like every movie that I had to watch that was new, I'd have to make a review for. And that killed my enjoyment of just wanting to watch the movie. Because, yeah, I love jumping on camera. I love talking about movies. I love doing movie reviews. I love engaging with you guys. I love the conversations. Sometimes, though, I do just want to watch a movie. You know? Sometimes I do just want to put on Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, ignore all its flaws, and just enjoy it for the ride that it is. And sometimes, yeah, when you have a movie critique hat on all the time, it is hard to sometimes take that off. Even sometimes, like going to the movie a second time can be refreshing, because when I go to the movies, it is kind of like work. It is kind of like a second job. You know, I'm going there for a purpose of making sure I gather my thoughts and I'm paying attention to what I'm thinking, so that when I come back I can make the review. But when I go and see a movie a second time in the theater and the review is done, I don't have to worry about that. I just sit back and I just watch the movie without really having to think about it all that much. So I definitely see what you're talking about, man. I definitely relate to that, and I'm happy you brought that up, because I think that's relatable for a lot of other people as well. Talks again with 331. Why did that get all messed up on my screen? That one sec. Let's see what it says over here. That would be a very fun live stream. Next thing you know, we hear Zach screaming face with... Oh, that would be a very fun live stream. Next thing you know, we hear Zach screaming. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. See for yourself. I thought Five Nights at Freddy's was an old movie before doing the trailer review. People educated me pretty quick. Oh, really? Because I guess it's shot kind of like an old movie. I haven't seen the trailer, so I'm just assuming that's why. That's funny, dude. That's funny. I mean, yeah, people have schooled me in the chat as well, or in the comments as well before. 80s kid from the 90s. We need independent superhero movies again. I'm super excited for Legacy by James Gunn. Yeah, I mean, it is cool that DC is going to give us some independent superhero movies again, with like the Batman and the Batman Part 2. That's supposed to just be contained and not part of a universe. The Joker 2. I hope they do more movies with that, and I think they will. Which is really cool, because we're not really getting that anywhere else. But yeah, Legacy. I don't think Legacy is going to be an independent superhero movie. Seeing how he's casted a bunch of other superheroes to appear in the movie. But I'm super excited for Legacy as well. I'm looking forward to it. Mad Blood, what's up, everybody? Well, what's up, Mad Blood? Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for being here. Environed Earth 2, cheaper by the dozen. For Steve Martin movies, yes, cheaper by the dozen is pretty fun. Sully Streams, what's going on, Sully? Thanks for being here. How are we doing in the chat tonight? We're doing pretty well, man. We're doing even better now that you're here, dude. Thanks for joining us. Geek Ledger, what's going on, Geek Ledger? Been a little bit. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Hey, Zach, how's it going? I literally just got out of the theater for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, and it was incredible. Nice, dude. I'm so glad you liked it. Honestly, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is still my movie of the summer. I really had a great time with that movie. I had so much fun. It was so good. It was so great, and it was so exciting. It was so thrilling. And my wife and I, we walked out. We were just beaming. We had such a great time. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning is Part 1 is my pick for the movie of the summer. It was so great. One of my favorites of the year as well. I'm glad you liked it. Preston reviews. Keep watch or burn. Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, and No Way Home. Oh man. Oh, dude, you're killing me. You're killing me. Oh my gosh. What am I going to burn? Shoot. What am I? Okay, I'm not. Okay, I'm keeping No Way Home. I love how I'm treating this like I actually have to do this after I'm done. I'm keeping No Way Home. I just, as a Spider-Man fanatic of the live-action movies, it's just a dream come true, and I cannot lose that dream. On the same level, though, Infinity War is a dream. And I like Infinity War a little bit more than Avengers Endgame. So I'm going to watch Infinity War and I'm going to burn Endgame. Hopefully I still remember how Infinity War ends up working out in Endgame. Otherwise that's going to suck my memory is also erased. But yeah, that's my final answer. Read comics. Blue Beetle doesn't come out in Australia until the 14th of September. Unbelievable. No kidding. Dude, I'm sorry you have to wait that long. That sucks. The 14th of September. It's going to be on VOD in America by then. I'm sorry, man. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. Trev's movies. I'll always remember the first time I watched The Jerk. While I was watching it, I found out that Chris Stuckman was directing a movie, and I got so excited. That's awesome. That's how you found out that Chris Stuckman was directing a movie. I'm looking forward to seeing what Chris Stuckman does with that movie, man. I'm really looking forward to that movie. I mean, it is so cool. Chris Stuckman, I've been watching him since like 2012. One of the OGs that I watched. And yeah, big inspiration for all of us. A reason why a lot of us are doing what we're doing, for sure. Pioneering this space, one of the pioneers for sure of this space, and the fact that he's now gone from talking about other people's movies to making one of his own is incredible. I'm so excited. Huggy Movie Buff, what are some of your favorite video games? I've mentioned before I'm not a big video game player, but from my youth, it was Star Wars Battlefront 2, it was Left 4 Dead 2, a lot of 2s, and Simpsons Hit and Run. Those were a lot of big ones for me. Hey Sully, are you the bear from Monsters Inc? I just saw that. That was funny. Oh, I didn't see this come through. This didn't alert me coming through. I'm sorry I missed this, man. Read Comics are sending a $2.99 super chat, dude. That was so kind of you. Thank you so much. Would you rather be an Atlantean or a Kryptonian? Oh, I would rather be a Kryptonian. I mean, all the powers you get with that, dude. Absolutely. I'm sorry I didn't see that come. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Usually it pops up here. I'm sorry I didn't see that, man. But thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Thank you so much for supporting the channel on that level, man. It means a lot. Wow, oh my gosh. We got so many comments and questions to still go, and it's 9 o'clock. I might have to start talking a lot less. You guys are freaking incredible. Holy crap, we're still going up. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's insane. Why can't I go up anymore? I think I lost I'm sorry if I lost your question, guys, but wow, you guys are killing the chat. Geek Ledger question. I'm sorry if I missed your question. It won't let me go up any further, guys. Question. I've never really been one to ship characters, but holy crap, Tom Cruise and Haley Atwell in Mission Impossible 7 have insane chemistry. Have you ever shipped characters before, and who? Oh yeah, especially as like a kid, like Carly and Freddie and iCarly. I totally shipped them. In movies, have I ever shipped characters? I mean, I think shipping characters for me is more in TV shows than in movies, but I do agree with you with Tom Cruise and Haley Atwell's chemistry. I really enjoyed it in Mission Impossible. I wouldn't be too upset if they got together, to be honest. Deleted Scenes, hail Zach and chat. Well, hello, Deleted Scenes. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here tonight, guys. Toxic Gamer 331. What's your prediction when Spider-Man 4 will come out? Tom Holland, that is. Yeah, Tom Holland, Spider-Man 4. With the writer's strike and the actor's strike, I wouldn't be surprised if it got pushed. When was that supposed to come out? I wouldn't be surprised if it got pushed to late 2025. I think 2026 is a little bit too late for it to come out. But yeah, it's hard to say. But yeah, I would predict late 2025 maybe. Movie Dean, I know the first Aquaman isn't good, but I love it anyways. Guilty pleasure movie for sure. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. A lot of people enjoy that movie, man. And yeah, I like I said, I think it's fine. Talk to Gamer 331. What are your top 5 most anticipated movies for the next 10 years? Next 10 years? I don't know. Deadpool 3 for sure. The 2 Avengers films. Avatar 3, I guess I'm intrigued by, and the James Mangold Star Wars movie. Let's just say that for now. That's all I can think of. Trev's movies. Every movie coming out this Christmas feels like they're not up there with like Avatar 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, no, it feels like a weak Christmas. It totally does. I totally agree with you. People are saying, hey, Flash gives 7 out of 10. How you doing, Sully? Yeah, how are you doing, Sully? I want to know, too. 80s Kid from the 90s. The Phantom Menace is the best prequel. That's a hot take. The Phantom Menace is my least favorite of the prequels. I really only enjoyed the part on Tatooine. Everything before that and everything after that, I don't really enjoy all that much. The Darth Maul battle. The Darth Maul battle you've got to put in there. But everything when they find Anakin on Tatooine to the end of the pod race, is as far as my enjoyment goes on the Phantom Menace. We just got another super chat in here. I'm scared to go down because I might not be able to go back up. But I want to shout this guy out because he was so kind to send me a super chat all the way down here. Oh my goodness. There it is. Enamored Movies sent a $4.99 super chat, man. That's amazing. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate that. That was so kind of you, and thank you for supporting the channel on that. You didn't even write in a question. You just sent in a super chat. Thank you so much, dude. That is so nice. All right, let's see here. Where do we leave off? Oh, was I able to go back up? Hey, Seaside Movies is in here. What's going on? How's it going, Seaside Movies? Trev's Movie says, I would love to join your podcast, but as of right now, I record on my mom's living room and only get to record late at night and sometimes through the week. Sometimes. Hey, you know what? That's okay, man. We got plenty of time. One day we can get on camera together. I'm sure one day, man. But the fact that you even want to join me on camera at all is baffling, and I'm so appreciative about that, man. Thank you. See for yourself. AMC A-List is the only way I'm able to see so many movies. I'm surprised more people in the U.S. don't have it. I'd have it. If I lived in the U.S., I would have it day one. Michael 101591, what's going on, Michael? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Luke Irvin, I need to start doing live streams. I've joined a few but haven't hosted my own. Dude, absolutely. They are so much fun. The engagement that you get with the audience right away, not waiting for a comment to get in, just having the chat right there. It's amazing, and it's so much fun. It definitely makes this YouTube thing more fun for me, connecting with the community, connecting with the audience. I highly encourage you to give it a try, man, and I will be there the day that you do, hopefully, if I'm available. Seaside Movies, AMC A-List is my favorite service ever. It would probably be mine too if I could get it. Enviro Earth 2, Sully, I'm good. Why didn't they make the Monsters Inc. sequel anyways? Okay, you're making a Monsters Inc. joke. That's pretty funny. Michael 101 says, seeing Blue Beetle tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. That's awesome. Seaside Movie says, this is my first Oscar season as a reviewer. I can't wait. That's very exciting, dude. I hope that you have a ton of fun with that. 80s Kid from the 90s. The next movie I'll be reviewing is Dune Part 2. However, I might do a top 25 animated movie video and top 25 music video soon. Oh, movie video. Those would be fun, dude. Those would be really fun videos. Yeah, I encourage you, dude. Do it. It's a lot of work. Seaside Movies. Yes, it's like Regal. I'm not sure. I think you guys are talking about something else. Toxic Gamer 331. 2 weeks ago, you defended your movie talking championship against the Flick Pick on WWE 2K 2023. How'd I do? Did I win? I bet I got my butt kicked by the Flick Pick. He's too strong. Enviro Earth 2. Season 3 is when it gets good. Keep going. Are you talking about Breaking Bad? I think you're talking about Breaking Bad because I don't think you're talking about iCarly. Hungry Movie Buff. And yeah, it is getting really good on Breaking Bad. I'm really enjoying it. Hungry Movie Buff. Do you have an Instagram or Facebook we can follow? I want you to use my question to plug all your stuff, and I love Breaking Bad too. When you finish, I'd love to see what you think. Well, thank you for taking. I mean, yeah, I do have an Instagram. It's Zach Millen Talks Movies. I don't have a Facebook because I don't think many people would join a Facebook group. I have a Facebook profile of my own, but that's kind of just friends and family. But yeah, Instagram, Zach Millen Talks Movies, Twitter. I'm trying to get it to be Zach Millen Talks Movies, but it's still Millen Movies at Millen Movies, and Letterboxd Zach Millen Talks Movies, and TikTok Zach Millen Talks Movies. Yeah, that's kind of all my social medias. Well, thank you for giving me that opportunity to plug my stuff, man. Sully Stream says a lot of reviews in the chat. Love to see it. Yep, absolutely. If you guys have found a reviewer that you haven't clicked on before, click on him. Go find his channel. Go give him some love and support. Luke Irvin, The Bear is amazing. On my list to review soon. Yeah, season 1. What for me was a little bit of a slow start, but once it got going. In episode 7, I believe it's called The Review. Oh my goodness, was that some riveting, exciting television. I loved it so much. Zack Attack Reviews also says The Bear is so good. See for yourself says The Bear is fantastic. Just a couple of responses to some other people. Trev's Movies. I have a friend who gets on me for watching more movies than TV, but I find it easier to watch more movies because that's 2 hours at best. TV shows take a while, especially if episodes are an hour. Absolutely, man. I feel the exact same way. Movies, 2 hours, you're in, boom, you're out. You just had a full story. TV takes some time, especially being married now and having a bunch of other things going on. And, my wife and I don't always want to watch the same stuff. I mean, I'm watching Gilmore Girls, which... Full disclosure, I'm kind of getting into it. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to lie to you guys. Yes, my wife is making me watch it, but at the same time, I'm starting to get in. I'm starting to enjoy it. But she doesn't want to watch Breaking Bad with me. So, I got to find my time to watch Breaking Bad when my wife doesn't want, But, yeah, movies, easier. They're easier. Seaside Movies. That's awesome. I've never seen Dragon Ball. Is my nerd card poll, dude? If it is, mine is too, because I haven't watched Dragon Ball either. I haven't really seen any anime stuff. I haven't really dove into the anime side of things. Seaside Movies. I just got back from seeing Old Boy in theaters. It was surprising to say the least. Nice. I've never seen that. Was that the original international one or a foreign one, or was that the remake in America? Preston reviews. Keep Watch or Burn, Fight Club, Breakfast Club, and Shawshank Redemption. Actually, I'm gonna keep Shawshank. I'm gonna watch Breakfast, and I'm gonna burn Fight Club. I like Fight Club. It's good, but I don't love it as much as everyone else do. As much as everyone else does. 80s kid for the 90s. I'm cutting back on Star Wars action figures and starting to buy a lot of G.I. Joe action figures. Getting prepared for that G.I. Joe crossover with Transformers. I see ya, man. That's awesome. I never really got into G.I. Joe. My brother got into the cartoon when it would play on reruns on our retro cartoon station, but I never really watched it, never really got into it. Trev's movies. I just finished Vegetable Boys, but most of all episodes were 30 minutes long. I remember when I watched The Sopranos, I had to stop watching everything else to finish it. Yeah, The Sopranos is also one that I hear is really good that I got to put on my list that I got to watch. I just so many TV and so many movies and so little time, guys. Travis Mitchell, what's going on, Travis? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Happy to see you in here. Say what you will about Terminator Salvation, but when John yells, "Do it, you son of a b," as the T-800 scratches his face is awesome. That is a really good moment. I will give you that. That is a really good moment. Enviro Earth 2. Everything I watch focuses on the son relationship. Fair enough. Like your son or like sons in movies and TVs? I'm assuming you mean with your son, but I'm not quite sure. Toxic Gamer 331. I also look back on my videos too. My camera angles were so bad. Literally, the TV wasn't in the frame of my videos, and my voice cracked so much back then. Yeah, it is kind of fun to look at that, right? I mean, I look back at my first video. I'm just in my truck. The lighting is terrible. I'm just holding my phone. It's shaking, and I'm talking about glass. I just came out of the theater. I guess it was technically the very first thoughts video before I even started doing that. But yeah, it's fun to go back. It's fun to look at like the mistakes you made. Like my Iron Man review. I really want to re-review the MCU movies because those reviews, they have not dated well. They're bad. My Iron Man review is like the camera's down here and it's pointed up my chin. And I have a pimple. Oh, bleh, bleh. The Iron Man video. I can't watch it. It's gross. Seaside Movies says, it was awesome, but Old Boy is going to be a tough one to review. Well, I look forward to seeing that review, though, man. And I got to watch that movie. I've heard good things about it. Toxic Gamer 331. I think Last Voyage of the Demeter is streamable. Okay, that's kind of good to know. I didn't miss out on much. Travis Mitchell. I would have loved to see the 90s Ninja Turtles crossover with the Ghostbusters. That would have been cool. The real Ghostbusters, like the real Ghostbusters, the animated show, or do you want to see a live-action hybrid with the 90s Turtles? Or do you mean the 90s live-action Turtles from the 90s movies with the Ghostbusters, Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and oh man, I forget, Harold Ramis? Yeah. Is that what you mean? I think that's what you mean, and that would be pretty awesome. Preston Reviews. TMT is my favorite Turtles. It's darker and other stuff. TMNT, the 2007 one. Yeah, I like that one quite a bit, but the villains, they don't really do it for me, you know? The monsters and all that stuff. Yeah. But I haven't seen that in quite some time. That had some really good stuff in it. What is my thing doing? There we go. Enviro Earth 2. Solely, literally, every show I watch focuses on the son relationship. Oh, Dexter, New Blood, Breaking Bad, Arrow, Smallville, Lost. Oh, I see what you're saying. I still got to watch Lost, and I hear Prison Break is really good, too. I've never seen Smallville either. And I was going to watch Arrow, but I so much to catch up on. So much. Is this your ranking of the Ninja Turtles, 80s kid from the 90s? 1, TMNT 1990, TMNT 2, TMNT 2007, and 4, Mutant Mayhem. Excuse me, where's TMNT Turtles in Time? Hello, where's the other one? We just got a member. We just gained a new member. We got, let me go down here. Deleted Scenes became a Badger. Welcome to the Badgers, man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a channel member, dude. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel in that way. Oh, where did we leave off? Here we go. Press and reviews. I'm too broke to get AMC stubs. A-list. I'm too broke to get AMC stubs. A-list. I got the free stuff. Nice. Hi Barbie. Hi Ken. Yeah. I'm left out of that because I haven't seen Barbie yet, but that's really funny. See for yourself. My name is actually Ken. That's amazing. I love that. Movie Dean, Blu-ray collection vids seem like way too much work. Also, my wife would kill me for disorganizing them. Dude, I tell you, my shelf is still disorganized because, especially when you get up there, I think I have close to 750 Blu-rays. I think. Maybe I've cracked 800. I haven't counted in a really long time. My last collection video I did it in the living room because my wife was out for a couple hours. I had them spread all over the floor, and we got bins and just packed them in bins and brought them back to the room. And it was taking so long to reorganize them on the shelf. I was like, I'll just leave it disorganized and organize it again next year. And now it's next year. It's time to do another Blu-ray collection video, and afterwards I'm finally going to organize the shelf. It's been way too long. Responding to Sully, Seaside Reviews or Seaside Movies, we are all Ken. I love that. Movie Dean, now I have the I'm Just Ken song stuck in my head again. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I saw that on that popped up in my YouTube shorts the other day. The I'm Just Ken song, really, really catchy, really funny song. Read Comics, what did you think of how Gal's Wonder Woman return may not actually be true? I don't know, man. I mean, we talked about it at length on Members Talk Live on Monday, well, on Saturday, but it went on the channel on Monday. By the way, if you guys want to join Members Talk Live, check out the description. Check out the channel memberships. There's $6.99 tier. You can jump on camera, join the show. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. I think it's messy over there. You know, if you have an actor coming out and saying that she's definitely getting one, and then you have a source saying, no, it's not true, they need to get on the same page. I think it's really messy over there, unfortunately. Sully streams a lot of Kenergy in the chat tonight. No kidding. Seaside, can we all agree that Peaches is better than Ken's song? I don't know. I have to listen to the full Ken song before I agree. Seaside Movies, is this a hot Bowser Fireball take? Josh Jones, hi Zach. Well, hello Josh. Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Michael 101591, did you hear Barbie beat out Dark Knight for Warner Brothers? Yep, it's the highest grossing movie Warner Brothers has ever put out there. Incredible. That movie is a juggernaut. It just will not stop. Where are we at? Movie D, maybe I just hope we get a Ryan Gosling, Jack Black tag team duet at the Oscars. That would be incredible. If you want to get the Oscars ratings to get back up, definitely do that. Get Jack Black, get Ryan Gosling on the stage, and get them to do a duet of Peaches and I'm Just Ken. That would be great. We just got another new member, dude. That's incredible. Who is we got Aaron Austin. He joined the Members Talk Live tier, dude. Thank you so much for joining, Austin. It's an honor. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for supporting the channel on that level, and I look forward to talking with you, dude, very soon. That's very exciting. Man, I'm sorry, guys. This might be the very first episode. I'm not gonna get to all these comments and questions. There is so much. Let's see here. Trev's Movies. When do you think you and anyone else can stop saying that they're a small channel? I started YouTube back in January. When should I stop saying I just started? I don't know. I think that's subjective in some ways. I mean, you just started. Okay, you started in January. When should I say I just started? I don't know. I mean, for me, I feel like I haven't just started because I have taken the time over the course of 4.5 years to practice, to hone my craft, whatever you want to call it. Watch videos, watch tips, apply those to the videos. I'm at a point now where I feel really confident with my videos. I feel at a point now where I just kind of I know how to make a video for my channel, if that makes any sense. So in that way, I feel like I've stopped being at the I just started. But at the same time, I am a small channel. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to say I only get, every view is a privilege, but I get around a couple hundred views per review. That's in the grand scheme of YouTube videos, that's not much. I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful for them all. But yeah, I mean that's a small channel. I feel like once you start getting consistently a couple thousand views a video, I feel like that's when you can stop saying you're a smaller channel. Maybe, but like I said, it's all subjective, right? Preston Reviews, Zach, I may have just got a date to Five Nights at Freddy's. Nice, dude. Let's hope the movie's really scary and they cuddle into your arms. I think my wife just laughed at that. I heard laughing coming from outside. Toxic Gamer 331, Zach, would you like a Crash Bandicoot animated movie? I really like Crash Bandicoot, and you know what? I think that there is a story there that it could be a really fun animated movie. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes to that. Seaside Movies, I'm shocked the Star Wars trilogy has not been announced. I mean, they announced 3 movies. They announced a Rey movie, a Mandalorian post movie, and a James Mangold movie taking place in the past. So I mean, that's 3 movies. If they're connected, it could be a trilogy. But I don't know. They might be stepping away for trilogies for a little while. But I agree, it is a little odd. Trev's movies. Last Voyage of the Demeter was so forgettable that I forgot about it 2 hours after getting out of the theater, and that's why I didn't review it. Fair enough, man. That's unfortunate though. Movie Dean, Andor is great, but didn't have nearly the digital footprint of Mando. Here's hoping Ahsoka rocks. I really liked Andor. I forgot to mention Andor. Dang it. You know what? Andor is my favorite Disney Plus Star Wars show. And the fact that not too many people talked about it, I think also shows the state of Star Wars. Sorry, I'm starting to get the hiccups. Seaside Movies. Enjoy, Luke. I wasn't the biggest fan, but hopefully the Scarab can win you over. Oh, okay, so you weren't the biggest fan of the Blue Beetle, but Luke's going. That's awesome. 80s kid from the 90s. Kenobi was okay. There was a lot of good stuff in it, but everything else, yeah. I mean, look, I loved the confrontation between Obi-Wan and Vader. I loved all the Vader scenes. I wish there was more Anakin and Obi-Wan flashbacks, but I really enjoyed the one that we got. I loved the final battle at the end, but Reva, the stuff with Leia, they really should have dropped off Leia back on Alderaan way sooner. She did not need to be in that whole series, and the fact that they did a kidnapping thing and rescue with her twice within 4 episodes, that was a bummer. Geek Ledger, Obi-Wan Kenobi was a low point in terms of budget. The show was so low budget that they had to reinvent how lightsabers were filmed on screen. Yeah, and I mean, the lightsabers looked fine, but like when they bounced off the stormtroopers, that looked a little sloppy. Let's see here. People talking to each other. That's awesome. Love to see it. Seaside Movie says, LOL, I can imagine the CGI Crash Bandicoot going through a portal and teaming up with a middle-aged white guy in New York. No, don't do that. Keep him in his animated world with Vortex and everything, or whatever that guy's name is called. Do not do a live action hybrid. Please don't. Talking about Infamous. Let's see here. Solely Streams. Zach, I put out my Blu-ray collection video today. Keep the trend going. We need you in there. Nice. You know what? I did see. I scrolled. I saw your Blu-ray collection. I was on my lunch break. It was just about to end. I saw that it was 28 minutes. I didn't have enough time to watch it, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna watch that, man. I'm gonna watch your Blu-ray collection video. I really like the thumbnail, by the way. I thought your thumbnail was really good. Toxic Gamer 331. Zach, have you watched The Last of Us video game or TV show? If so, what are your thoughts? I watched the first episode, loved it, but it's on Crave in Canada, which is like bundled with HBO Max in Canada, and it was just too expensive to keep. It was too expensive for a streaming service, so I canceled it. But I do plan. I want to pick up the Blu-ray set and finish the show. There is a mortality system. You choose to be good or bad. Oh, I think you're explaining something. Seaside Movies. As a broke college student, you guys can get my Blu-ray collection in 10 years. Yeah, fair enough, dude. It's expensive. I mean, pawn shops and thrift stores, they really help me get like the older classic movies, but the newer movies, they're hard to keep up with. Gets expensive. See for yourself. Hot take. Mortal Kombat Annihilation is underrated. Not good, but underrated. That is a hot take because I haven't seen that, but everyone that I have ever encountered that has seen that movie says it's awful. Jared Runner, hello everyone. Well, hello Jared. Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Thanks for being here. Luke Ponto, what's going on, Luke? Thanks for joining me, man. Zach, my man, what's going on? Hope you're well. I'm doing pretty well, man. Luke just got off a stream. I guess it was a while ago. He did a stream with the Jay Shrayway, another member in our community. Go check it out, guys. Go check out what they talked about. I jumped in there for a little bit. It was a good stream. Read comics. Yes, Tomb Raider 2018 is criminally underrated. Yeah, dude, I'm glad I'm not the only one that has that opinion. Preston Reviews. I have movies up to November 28th because I can't watch them Monday and Friday. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Thursday nights I can't watch movies very often. Wednesday I'm doing this, so I can't watch movies. Yeah, weekends are when I have the best opportunity to watch movies. Noah Queso, what's going on, Noah? Hey, everybody. Well, hey, Noah. Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Movie Dean also says that he agrees the Tomb Raider remake was pretty decent. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Seaside Movies, not sure what's going on with Drake Bell nowadays. I know he has been in some scandals, but let me just say we need a Drake and Josh show to come back. Dude, I could talk about this for way too long, but what I will say is that the Drake Bell stuff has been a little bit blown out of proportion. If you want to watch, like, he did a recent interview on a Mexico show, but he talked in English, and the guy talked in English so you can understand it. It was really good and really shed a light on what really happened and the charges that he really got. They're not as severe as a lot of people are making them out to be. I personally, after watching the trial and listening to him and research and all that stuff, I personally don't believe that he's a pedophile. Just saying, just based off of the research that I've done, looking into it, and I've looked into it a lot because I'm actually a Drake Bell fan. I actually really like his music. I think he's a very underrated artist. I listen to a lot of his stuff. And as far as a Drake and Josh show comeback, they tried. Josh Peck has no interest. Josh Peck doesn't even like Drake Bell anymore. He's made that perfectly clear. Even if you have to lie about some details to make that perfectly clear. I would like nothing more in the world than to have a Drake and Josh reboot. I would love nothing more in the world to have Drake and Josh come back and be friends and be funny and be together on screen again. Unfortunately, the reality that we live in is that's probably never going to happen. And they tried pitching a show once. If you listen to Drake Bell and I guess his ex-wife now, had a podcast. They started one episode, never went back to it, but they did a podcast explaining it. If you look up on YouTube, Drake and Josh reboot and look at them talk about it, it would have been awful. I'm glad it never got made if what it actually was. But yeah, that's all I'll say for now because I don't want to go too deep into that. But yeah, see for yourself. The last Ronin spoilers from Zach. Is that a spoiler? I thought that was just known. That's what I was told. That's how it was explained to me. Whoopsie. I'm sorry if that was supposed to be a secret. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, we got a super chat in here. We got a super chat pop up from Deleted Scenes. Thank you so much, man, for supporting us on that level, dude. $5, man. That's so generous. Your comments on Meg 2 review got yeeted, but I did see it and I did answer you back. Don't know if you saw it. Thanks for supporting my channel. Well, yeah, I'm surprised that my comments got yeeted. That's kind of weird, but hey, I liked your video. I enjoyed it, and I appreciate you jumping on here and chatting with me tonight, dude. I'll see if I can go and see that reply later. Oh man. I'm not gonna be able to get through these. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to miss some of you. We're gonna cap this off. It's 9:22 here. We're gonna go for another half an hour, but I'm not gonna get to all these. I'm so sorry, guys, and so thankful. My gosh. This has been a wild night. You guys have been absolutely annihilating this chat, and I've been having a blast. Not gonna lie, whenever I do these live Q&As, I'm always like, is anyone even gonna show up? And you guys always blow my expectations out of the water, dude. And my mic decided to break its neck. So yeah, thank you guys so much. But I'll just keep going. I'm gonna go as many as I can. See for yourself says Jim Carrey is retired until he's not. Yeah, exactly. I believe we'll see him again. I believe he'll be back. Enviro Earth 2, Jim Carrey is one of the best comedy actors of all time. He's my favorite. He's my personal favorite comedy actor and just actor in general. I love him. Well, maybe not my favorite actor anymore, but he was at one point. 80s Kid from the 90s says live long and prosper, everyone. I don't know if that means you're heading out, but if you are, live long and prosper, man. Thanks for being here. The show is made better because you were a part of it, and have a great night. See for yourself said definitely choosing Wakanda to live in. Fair enough, dude, but I think Asgard would be pretty fun. Seaside movie says Meg 2 was great in the last 20 minutes. That was definitely the highlight of the movie for sure. Enviro Earth 2 says his top 5 shows are Smallville, Prison Break, Breaking Bad, Dexter, and Lost. Unfortunately, I can only comment on Breaking Bad at the moment. I haven't seen any of the other ones, but I'm really enjoying Breaking Bad, so I don't mind. I don't blame you for having that in your top 5. See for yourself. I watched Meg 1 so I could go see Meg 2 and review it, but it really seems like I shouldn't waste my time. Honestly, yeah, neither Meg movie is great in my opinion. I don't think Meg 1 is that good. Meg 2 is awful, but I did have a guilty pleasure good time with Meg 2. But yeah, wait for that to come to streaming, dude. I don't recommend going to the theater for that. Seaside Reviews, why was there a button to blow up the capsule in Meg 2 remotely? That was crazy. I mean, spoilers, but I don't know if anyone cares. But yeah, that was crazy. Deleted Scenes, Meg 2 was written by a 12-year-old with ADD and edited by a pack of squirrels. Whew! That's a take there, man. I enjoyed that comment. Thanks, man. Toxic Gamer 331, I agree. It is the most guilty pleasure movie of the year so far. The Meg 2, that is. Yep, completely agree. Trev's Movies, Buddy just did a video where he mentioned how the Meg 2 is the worst movie of the year to him. Next time I see him, I'll tell him to hold my beer because I saw Liam Neeson's new movie, Retribution. Never even heard of it. Never even heard of that. Seaside review. Seaside movies. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is the worst movie of the year for me. Only film I have fell asleep in the theaters. Wow, you fell asleep? You fell asleep to that? I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fun sci-fi, kind of B feeling movie. But you know what? All the complaints with it too, I understand from people. Envire Earth 2. Smallville is my number one too, but it's 10 seasons. Best superhero show in my opinion. Nice. Solely stream. Let's see here. Let's a lot of people talking to each other. I love to see it. Trev's movies with the whole YouTube views thing. Just be thankful that people out there watching something you made. I've rewatched some of my stuff through this year, and I gotta stop and think. Wait, I said that I made something that people can enjoy. Absolutely, dude. Like, absolutely. Like, I completely agree with you. The fact that anyone of you, like anyone at all, has taken time, because when you click on a video, I'll speak for myself. If you click on one of my videos, you are taking time out of your day to give me your time, and that is not lost on me. I am so thankful, so grateful for every single click. So I completely agree with you on that, man. Seaside movies. No, wrong, Zach. Everyone must have the same opinion as me, or else they are wrong and evil, or at least that's what Twitter feels like. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it's really hard. Really hard to get through. Preston reviews. I'm glad my edits have been going well, especially my friend's one. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, editing was a real struggle for me to get the hang of, a real struggle for me to learn, but it got better and better each video and each year. So keep working at it, man. That's awesome. Preston reviews says, yeah, I'm going to freshman year. I was born the year my least favorite movie came out. What movie is that? I don't know when you were born, but hey, that's awesome, man. I hope that you enjoy your freshman year, man. I hope it goes well. I hope it goes great. Never mind. Not well. I hope it goes amazing. See for yourself. I like your live, Zach, because of your positive disposition. Positive people are who I like to be around, even when they're expressing their dislike of something. You got that in spades, my guy. Well, thank you very much, Ken. I really appreciate that. That was very kind of you. Seaside movies. What's New Scooby-Doo has a fire song. Oh, my goodness, dude. The theme song. What's New Scooby-Doo? So good. I'm not going to sing it because I have a terrible voice. But so good. I love that theme song. Toxic Gamer 331. Did you ever watch Velma, Zach? I watched the first 2 minutes, and I could tell it was not going to be a show for me, so I turned it off. So I'm going to have to say no. Seaside movies. One of my dreams is to open my own theater one day, show straight classics. That would be great. I'd be there day one, man. I'd be there for that. Seaside movies. Burn. Oh, you're replying to the comment. Burn Cap. Watch Guardians. Keep the Dark Knight. Let's see here. Preston reviews. After making Zach burn the Dark Knight trilogy, I am become Death Destroyer of the Worlds. That's awesome. The Jay Shrayway. What's going on, Jay Shrayway? Thanks for joining us tonight. Hey, Zach. Thanks for stopping in the stream earlier, man. Oh, my pleasure, dude. Thanks for jumping into mine. See for yourself. Yeah, that's been my experience these first 3 months. Gotta get pulled back. My wife does that for me as well. Yeah, it's good to have the wife there, man, right? It's good to have them bring you back to reality because, yeah, YouTube is just a hobby, right? And sometimes I do forget that, and sometimes I do have it prioritized over other things. Average Viewer Films. What's going on, Average Viewer Films? I follow this guy on Instagram, guys, and you guys should too. He's got some really cool reviews from his letterbox posted there. Do you have a go-to movie buddy or group? Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. I go with my my cousin and my brother. I go with my cousin and my brother all the time. Other people in my family don't usually go to the movies, but yeah. Trev's movies. How did you meet your wife, Zach? I find it very hard to meet people to the point where I feel depressed sometimes. Well, I met her at work, actually. I met her. We were working at this place called Value Village, and I was a manager there. I was a supervisor there, and she was an employee, and we kind of just hit it off right away. And we were both Christian, so that was something that we really found our foundation on, and we got really, we just, we knew where we were going really, really fast, and we got there really, really fast, and I couldn't be happier. Preston reviews. Zach, you are now my favorite Canadian. Behind you is Ryan Reynolds. Dang, dude, I beat Ryan Reynolds. All right, that is huge for me. That is the biggest honor I could ask for. See for yourself. Anybody else wearing blue for Blue Beetle tomorrow? I should. I'm not going tomorrow, but I should wear blue when I'm going to see it. That's an awesome idea. Take that Barbie inspiration. Let's see here. Seaside Movie says, I went to a super early screening and the director walked out of my Blue Beetle screening. That was awesome. Nice. The director of Blue Beetle walked out of the screening with you. That's fantastic. What a great experience. Toxic Gamer 331. All right, I think I'm gonna head out now, Zach, because I got school, a dentist appointment, videos to film, and also seeing Blue Beetle as well. Phenomenal stream as always, man. See you on the next stream. Well, thank you for being here, Toxic Gamer, and good luck with all that stuff. Have fun, and the show was made better because you were a part of it, and I appreciate you, man. Have a good night. Let's see here. People talking to each other. Enviro Earth 2. Do you guys go to the cinema by yourself or with others? I usually go with others, but I don't mind going by myself. Trev's movies, Zach. What are some reasons that you prefer physical media? I just like to own it. You know, I like to. First of all, I find it just fun to go out and collect it. You know, like especially when you go to like thrift stores and pawn shops and you never know what you're gonna find. I always get that adrenaline rush from that, or the dopamine maybe is what I should be saying from that. I like the way it looks. I like displaying it. Some of the artwork on some of the steel books and covers can be really nice to have, and you know. The picture quality and the sound quality is better if you really listen for it. And streaming, they are able to just take anything off at any point, you know? Just look at Disney Plus. You know, if something's not performing, they'll just take it off. And I like the security of just like if Breaking Bad ever loses its licensing fee or whatever and gets ripped off of Netflix in Canada, I have the series if I ever want to watch Breaking Bad, and I like that. I like that feeling, and it's just fun. It's something that I find is fun. See for yourself. I don't believe what Emojis said about the CGI for a second. Oh, you think he's just putting it on the front? He's like, oh, it's bad. I meant for it to look like that. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. See for yourself. Nah, I think Barbie started my getting dressed up thing, but I saw Flash. Oh, you're responding from Enviro Earth 2. See for yourself, did you wear red for the Flash? But I saw Flash. Are you saying Barbie started my getting dressed up stuff, but I saw Flash a month early at a screening, so the excitement was a little tempered. I do like the movie, though. Nice, you got to see that early. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Enviro Earth 2. My mother's cousin lives in Australia and works as a cremator, gravedigger. He said he cremated Heath Ledger. Wow, that's crazy. Small world. That's wild. Space Viper, what's going on, Space Viper? Thanks for joining us tonight. Hey Zach, how's it going? What's your favorite superhero movie from this year so far? Mine is The Flash. Probably Across the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse is probably my favorite. Followed by Guardians. Hungry movie buff. The older I get, the more I get into more of the thrillers. At 24 years old, I see myself being more into movies like Prisoners or Nightcrawler. Any movies like those that you love. Nightcrawler is fantastic. I love Nightcrawler. Talk about underrated. I think Nightcrawler is underrated. You know, I think Buried with Ryan Reynolds is an underrated thriller. I think Buried by Ryan Reynolds is one of his best performances as well, that I've seen anyways. And yeah. That's one that comes to mind. A lot of people saying, hey, that's awesome. Thank you again for that super chat, Enamored Movie Reviews. And Fire Earth 2, are you scared of turning 30? I mean, good question. I don't know if I'm scared of turning 30. But I've always been someone who, like, I don't know, I've appreciated youth. I've appreciated being a kid and the stuff that comes with that. I'm not a kid anymore. But I'm worried about, as long as my attitude, as long as my personality and stuff doesn't get affected by just my age of 30, I'll be okay. I'm scared of 30 will like make me grumpy and stuff, but you know, I'm not thinking about it too much. It'll come. And one thing that I think as I get older that I've kind of realized is, like, I'm still just me, you know? I'm 24, I'm going to be 25 in like a month and a half. And when I was 15, you know, 25 seems scary, you know? And now I'm going to be 25 and I'm still just me. So at the age of 30, I'll still just be me. There'll just be a lot more stuff going on. Let's see here. Enamored Movie Reviews, good night. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you, Enamored Movie Reviews. Thanks for being here tonight, dude. Thank you for that super chat. The show was made better because you were a part of it, and I appreciate you so much, dude. Have a good night. We got, hey, have you seen it with T? Hey, Zach. Well, hey, have you seen it with T? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Luke Irvin, 30 is nothing but 35, though. Enviro Earth 2, 30 will make you more attractive to the ladies, more mature, I guess. I mean, I don't have to worry about that because as long as I'm attractive to my wife, that's all I care about. And we got another super chat in here, guys. Wow, you guys have been incredible. Movie time minute. What's going on, DJ? Sorry I'm late. Did I miss it? Hello, watching Blue Beetle tomorrow night. I'm excited. Well, dude, thank you for that super chat. Thank you for supporting us on that level. And movie time minute, DJ, another one of our beloved and amazing channel members, dude. So supporting the channel in all these ways, dude, I cannot thank you enough, man. It's incredible. Go check him out, guys. And I hope that you enjoy Blue Beetle tomorrow, man. Hope you have a good time. Right. Where did we leave off? Oh, what? I didn't see this. Sully Stream sent in a super chat. I'm sorry, man. This didn't come through. Thank you so much, Sully. Don't mind me as I watch your Iron Man review. No, don't do it. Don't do it, Sully. Don't do it. Oh man. You know what? At least I got $2 out of that. Oh man, dude, that's funny. That made me laugh, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for that, and thank you so much for the super chat, man. So generous of you. Let's see here. Aaron Austin says, Screen Zen reviews retracted, but welcome Screen Zen reviews. Thanks for being here tonight. Aaron Austin says, TBF, anything after. To be honest, anything after 25 is the worst of it. Oh, great. Thanks. I have a lot. Oh, thanks to know I have that looking forward to. So I guess must be. Oh no, you guys are responding to his. I was gonna say I guess we're caught up, but I guess not. Enviro Earth 2. So am I in my last good year then? I am 25. Oh, that's funny. Aaron Austin, do you have members off? I can only super chat or gift. I don't think I have members turned off. Is this before you joined or? Is this after you joined? If it's before... Oh, no, it was before. Okay, so you must have figured it out. Okay, we're good then. We're good. Screens End reviews. Hey, Zach, I'm looking forward to Wonka this Christmas. Any thoughts? Okay, I forgot Wonka was coming out. I'm looking forward to that. I'm anticipating Wonka. That actually looks like a fun, charming time. So I'm actually looking forward to that. I like the trailer. The trailer won me over. I thought it was very endearing and charming. Where did I miss something? Birdman was brilliant. I do love Birdman. Enviro Earth 2, my top 5. Dark Knight, The Butterfly Effect, 3, Spider-Man 4, Captain America, First Avenger, and 5, Logan. I'm not sure what the top 5 was for. Comic book movies? Superhero movies? I'm not quite sure. I'm sorry. If Spider-Man 1 to be specific. Okay. Not bad, man. I love that movie. Preston Review says Gilmore Girls is great. Yeah, I'm starting to get into it. I am. It took me a little bit. It was a lot of female, issues that they were dealing with that I wasn't too engaged by. But we're 8 episodes in now, and I found myself. There was a storyline with Rory's mom and her teacher, and I found myself invested. And I was like, oh, you know what? I like this show. Who knew? Enviro Earth 2, The Butterfly Effect being the only one outside of superheroes. Oh, okay, so those are like your favorite movies of all time. I get it. Zach Attack Review says Gilmore Girls is a classic. Well, you heard it here first, guys. Gilmore Girls review from Zach and Zach Attack Reviews coming soon to a YouTube channel near you. Aaron Austin, has anyone seen Talk to Me? I'm currently recovering mentally. So I have not seen Talk to Me. My brother asked if I wanted to go see it in theaters, but I'll let you guys know. Halloween 2, the reactions, Halloween reactions, year 2, whatever I'm going to call this thing, is happening. Come the month of October, every week in October, I will be reacting to a horror movie that I have not seen before. I will be jumping. I will be freaking out, probably more than I was last year. I've already decided that I will do Smile, and which I believe it will be out by then, I will also be doing Talk to Me. So there you go, guys. I'm saving Talk to Me for a Halloween movie reaction this year because I hear it's really scary, so I think it's going to make for some good content. Michael 101591, watch or burn Transformers or the 90s Super Mario Brothers movie. Which Transformers are we talking about? Is it the first one? Either way, I'm going to watch Transformers and I'm going to burn the 90s Super Mario films movie because that was really bad. Enviro Earth 2, Nobody was also good. It's a movie on Netflix with Bob Odenkirk. Yep, I've seen that. I own that. I really enjoyed that. Not as much. Like, it's definitely inspired. I think people from John Wick even worked on it. It's definitely inspired from John Wick, but not as good as John Wick, but I still really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good little flick. Screens and reviews. Don't fret about Gilmore Girls. I watched every Felicity episode. You know what? I might watch that next too. Hey, I'm not crapping on anyone who enjoys Gilmore Girls. It's just not something that I would gravitate towards on my own. But hey, I'm starting to like it. So what can I say? The View with Drew. What's going on, Drew? Have you seen Watchmen directed by Zack Snyder? I actually have not. That's something I've been meaning to watch for a while now, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. Screens and reviews. All I want in the MCU is X-Men done right. I'm in for the long haul. Yeah, they really got to get X-Men right, because if they mess up X-Men, I can't even imagine what the fandom's going to do to them. If they're upset with how they've been doing stuff now, I don't want to think about what's going to happen with X-Men. Aaron Austin, the meter is definitely worth more than a streamable. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got we got some different opinions here going on. I love it. I love to see it. I'm going to have to figure that out for myself, I guess. I'm probably going to have to wait till streaming. I think it's just past the time where I'm going to see it in theaters. Have you seen it with T? I'm looking forward to Blue Beetle tomorrow night, dude. Awesome. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope you have a good time. Screens and reviews. I'm going to give BB a chance. I didn't love the trailer. Blue Beetle? Well, I hope you enjoy it, man. I hope you have a great time. See for yourself. We don't talk about turtles in time. Yeah, not a great time at all. Michael 101591 says Arrow is good, but season 3 is where it goes downhill. That's kind of what's been keeping me from actually like watching it, you know? Is like nothing turns me off more from a show than hearing someone say that it sucks in the finale or sucks after a certain point. Because then it's like, well, if it sucks, then why am I going to waste my time on it if it's just going to end up being bad? Deleted Scenes in here with his first Badgers badge. Thank you so much for being a member, dude. We're happy to have you here. Responding to Michael. Read Comics says, don't watch Arrow. It doesn't do Green. It doesn't Green Arrow wrong. It does Green Arrow wrong. It just turned him into Batman. Also, the CW verse is full of bad writing. I enjoyed the CW verse for a number of years, up until Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's when I kind of stopped enjoying it. But man, they had some really fun stuff on there. They did some really great crossovers. And Crisis on Earth X is still one of my favorite things on TV I've ever watched. Enviro Earth 2, the Season 7 prison arc was good too in Arrow. All right, well, look at that. I gotta get on some Arrow watches, it sounds like. People responding. Screens and reviews. What are your thoughts on the strikes? Well, not to reiterate my thoughts too much and for too long, but I think the strikes are ridiculous. I think they're right. I think that the writers and the actors deserve what they're fighting for. The AI stuff and all the stuff that the studios want to do is ridiculous. So I'm totally on the writers. I'm on the actors' side. I'm proud of them. I think that they need to be doing this. I think this is the right thing. The way the studios have been handling it, I think is ridiculous. That's what I think. And I just hope it gets resolved. I hope it gets resolved really fast and smoothly. Hungry Movie Buff, are you into pro wrestling like AEW or WWE at all? Nope, not really. It wasn't really a thing in my house. I don't even think I was allowed to watch wrestling when I was younger, so I just never got into it. So nope. Not into it, unfortunately. Aaron Austin with his first badge, being a member. Welcome, dude. So happy to have you here, man. Thanks for being a member. Have you seen that with T? Anyone here seen Shortcomings? No, I have not. I've actually never heard of Shortcomings. Trev's Movies. I want to do a parody of I'm Just Ken, but it's I'm Just Trev, but the lyrics will drastically have to be changed. Please do. Trev Movies, please do that. That would be amazing. I highly encourage you to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun. Preston Reviews. Right now I'm designing how my house may look if I get enough money. That's good, man. Dude, dream. Reach for the stars, man. That's awesome. Good to be prepared. Enviro Earth 2 says he's back. I guess he left for a little bit. Good to have you back, man. Have you seen that with T? I haven't seen it yet. It's an indie rom-com flick that just dropped last week. Is that the Shortcomings? I might be a little off on that. Enviro Earth says Josh Peck criticized Drake. Yes, that's very true. Enviro Earth 2, I wanted his Disney show Turner and Hooch to come back too, but it was canceled. I mean, first of all, the first Turner and Hooch movie with Tom Hanks, which I think is based off something else, but I don't know. I know it as the first movie. It's a cute little film. It's not that bad. The Josh Peck show, Turner and Hooch, I watched the first episode. I didn't think it was good. I didn't think it was very good at all. I'm not surprised at all that it got canceled. But, yeah, I'm sorry that you were enjoying it, and I'm sorry that it got canceled on you, but I can't say that I feel the same way. Josh Peck, I feel bad for him in some ways because he's had so many false starts. I know he's on How I Met Your Father. I know he's on the iCarly revival at the moment, but, He had like Turner and Hooch not work out. Grandfather didn't work out. Like he had a lot of shows that he was the lead in, or at least a co-lead in, and they didn't work out for him, and it's too bad. Trev's Movies. One suggestion to get more views on your YouTube channel is to review some movies that might not get much attention. Yeah, sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't, because sometimes people are looking for that and they can't find it, and then you're the only source, so you do get views. And then sometimes people aren't looking for that at all. You're the only one who has it, and no one wants to watch it. But it is a good suggestion, nonetheless. Enviro Earth 2, what's your top 5 TV shows and top 5 movies? Man, I don't know TV shows. Like I said, I'm not a huge TV show person. But for movies, they're pretty cemented in Empire Strikes, and in no particular order. In Back to the Future, Empire Strikes Back, Jurassic Park, Psycho. Why am I forgetting my last one? Jaws. I haven't said Jaws. And Jaws. Those are my 5 favorite movies of all time, and they haven't changed. Spoiler Kings. What's going on, Spoiler Kings? Some beloved and amazing channel members as well. Spoiler Kings, happy to have you in here. Thank you for supporting the channel in that way. A little late to the party here, but what is up, Zach? We're having a great night. We're having a crazy, engaged, full night, and I'm having a blast. So it's going well, guys. How are you guys doing? Trev's Movies. I noticed that drastically when I reviewed Guardians 3 and it didn't get many views, but my review for Book Club 2 kept going up. Yeah, it's funny. YouTube, you just have to ride the trend. You just have to find the thing that works. The algorithm is crazy, and sometimes you just can't control it. But that's awesome, dude. I'm glad your Book Club 2 kept working. Aaron Austin, my Guardians review did terrible too. Yeah, I mean, Guardians was a popular movie. Everyone was talking about it. And yeah, it's hard, especially when you're not the first one. You know, like people go to early screenings, people go to fan screenings. Sometimes I try not to review a movie if I haven't seen it till Monday. If I haven't seen the movie by Monday, I try not to review it, because at that point it's just not going to do anything, you know. And I don't even go if I'm no longer like craving to see it, then I don't even go see it. Like Barbie and Oppenheimer. I'm just gonna wait for those to come out and watch them. My wife and I think we've decided that we're gonna do a movie commentary on Barbie. That's gonna be our next movie commentary. Other than that, though, yeah, I'm just moving on to the next thing. I missed the last voyage of the Demeter. That time has passed. We're moving on to the next thing now. It's Strays and Blue Beetle. That's how I am, anyways. Trev's Movies. Jim Carrey is a huge inspiration of mine. No wonder people think I'm a cartoon. Guess what? I'm definitely owning it. Yeah, Jim Carrey was a huge inspiration for mine as well. I wanted to be an actor for a long time when I was younger. I did a lot of drama stuff in school. And there were many times where I got called the Jim Carrey of my drama club, because I would just pull out Jim Carreyisms. Big inspiration for me as well. Sully Streams, Zach, how dare you? I unironically love Meg 1. Well, I'm glad you do, man. I mean, you hated Meg 2, and I found it a guilty pleasure. So, I mean, we can have different opinions, man. That's what makes it fun. And I'm glad that you loved Meg 1. But for me, I didn't enjoy it all that much. Maybe I need to give it another try. Maybe I just went in with too high expectations when I saw it in theaters, because it ended up not being the movie that I thought it was going to be. But maybe I'll give it another try. Have you seen that with T? Worst movie of the year so far for me is Hypnotic. Utterly terrible. I heard nothing but bad things about Hypnotic, so I haven't even checked it out. Enviro Earth 2. I also fell asleep watching White Collar. Has anyone seen this show? I love White Collar. I really, really like White Collar. My wife and I watched that show in our first year of marriage. And same with Monk. Monk is underrated. I don't care what anyone says. But White Collar. I liked White Collar, man. I'm sad to hear that you fell asleep during that. Matt Bomber. Is it Boomer or Bomber? Boomer. I don't remember how to say his name. But I thought he was great. I really liked that show. I'm sorry you didn't like it. Look, Irvin, my top 5 shows are Mad Men, another one I hear I gotta watch. Succession, another one I hear I gotta watch. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. Oh, they're tied. Interesting. And Ozark and Atlanta. Nice. All those shows I gotta check out. I hear that Better Call Saul, some people say, is better than Breaking Bad. I can't believe that. I really like the Saul character in Breaking Bad, so I definitely want to check out Better Call Saul when I'm done with that show. Spoiler Kings. Your reviews deserve a few minutes out of my day. Keep up the great reviews and super fun live shows. Oh, thank you guys. That means a lot. Thank you so much for those kind words, man, and encouragement. I really, really appreciate that, Spoiler Kings. See for yourself. The positive comments I get on my video honestly give me the same feeling that a Highlander gets when he beheads his another immortal. That is some high praise right there, man. That is some high praise. Let's see here. Any other TBAG fans here? I'm not sure what I'm not sure what T-Bag was. T-Bag was a terribly great character. I'm not sure who that is. I must not have seen it. Sorry. Preston Reviews. Glad that you're happy with your wife and wish you luck. And I've only been in 3 relationships, so did date a lot of people before you got married or not really? No, I didn't date it. Well, I had maybe my last girlfriend before my wife was in grade 9. Uh, Ironically, every girlfriend I had in school moved away, and that's how the relationship ended. I had a girlfriend in grade 6, a girlfriend. We were kids. We didn't know what we were doing, but she moved away abruptly. First heartbreak I ever had. That girl just moved away. She was. I don't know. I doubt she watches. I doubt anyone that knows her watches. But I don't want to say anything that might be seeming offensive. But it wasn't intended for her to move away, and it was very abrupt. Grade 7. Actually, that girlfriend did not move away, and it was only a really, really short-lived relationship. And but she moved away later in life. And then my grade 9 girlfriend, the last one that I had before my wife, she moved away. And that ended the relationship in like 6 months. And that one was sad. But they were just like little puppy dog love relationships. Like they weren't really anything serious. So the only real relationship that I would say I had is with my wife. Yeah. Full starts, but never relationships. Anyways, that might be getting a little bit too personal for some people who I don't know if they watch. Some people watch who I don't know watch, you know? And some of these people I'm still in contact or I still have like relationships with, or it might get a little awkward. So I'm just going to move on. Trez Movie says, but I do also prefer physical media a lot more. Yep, me too. See for yourself, Prisoners and Nightcrawler are fantastic. I gotta watch Prisoners. It's been on my watch list for a little bit now. Have you seen that with Tease says Buried is underrated? Yep, I completely agree. Let's see here. Enviro Earth 2. Wow, you speak very mature for 24. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's a real compliment, man. Thank you. Trev's Movies. I'm seeing Blue Beetle tomorrow afternoon, then seeing the Fathom event screening of Riff Tracks. Rad. I'll probably see Strays Friday night if I'm not working. I'm seeing Strays Friday night for sure. I'm not sure what all that is, but I hope you have a great time, man. I hope you have a fun time. Spoiler Kings. I wish I was turning 30 again instead of 40. Hey, you know what? Each decade is a new adventure, dude. Each decade is a new chapter in life that you get to enjoy. I'm sure you'll have a great time. I'm sure you'll love it. Movie Time Minute. I loved Buried. Yeah, the ending is heartbreaking though. Whew, not to give it away, but man, the ending is heartbreaking. Had my jaw on the floor at like 3 a.m. when I watched that for the first time. A bunch of people talking to each other. I love to see it. Please continue to do that, guys. It's awesome. Trev's Movies. I love to talk to me, but it didn't freak me out as much as other horror movies. Or as others, but horror movies don't bother me that much. Yeah, dude, I'm a scaredy cat. I'm a terrified little scaredy cat. Horror movies really affect me. So, yeah, it'll probably scare me out of my skin. Movie Time Minute. Sorry to jump in and then run, but I have a 10-hour work day tomorrow before Blue Beetle tomorrow night, so I gotta get some sleep. Catch you all later. Well, dude, DJ, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a channel member. I'll see you on Saturday for our live show. Again, guys, if you want to join us, channel membership information down below. But yeah, have a great day at work, dude. Get some great rest. I hope that you enjoy Blue Beetle, and the show is made better because you were a part of it, and I appreciate you so much, DJ. Have a great night. Let's see here. See for yourself agrees. Arrow definitely goes downhill in season 3, and it happens quickly too. That is very sad. Hungry Movie Buff says, have you seen it? What are your thoughts on Talk to Me? Have not seen it. I'm gonna save that for a reaction, as mentioned before. Very excited. Preston Reviews. Arrow is my favorite show of all time. Behind it is Stranger Things. Nice. Yeah, Stranger Things is good, man. Man, by the time that show ends, by the 5th season, when that finally comes out, those kids are gonna be like 25. They're gonna be like my age. They're supposed to be like, what? Man, those kids age so fast, dude. I can't believe it. Enviro Earth 2. Yes, the CW verse is great, so be quiet, Red. Oh, we got some stuff going on. See for yourself. Stranger Things is an accomplishment. Can't wait for the final season. Yeah, man. I hope they pull it off. I have faith that they will, but I really hope they pull it off. I'm talking about some seasons. Hungry Movie Buff. What is one horror movie you recommend? A horror movie I recommend? Like a horror movie, like the thing is that a horror movie that I recommend is not going to be like that shocking. Like I love The Conjuring, The Conjuring 1 and The Conjuring 2. I'd recommend those. Those are fun, kind of like haunted house films that you go through and then everyone kind of comes out okay and you come out okay. I enjoy those movies. So, yeah, I would recommend The Conjuring films. But, like, who hasn't seen The Conjuring films if you're a horror fan? You know what? I saw The Strangers. I don't know if it's classified as underrated, but as a horror film, as a home invasion movie, that one was eerie and creepy. But I would recommend it. That was a good movie. Trev's movies. My favorite TV shows have always been South Park. Trey Parker and Matt Stone have ruined my sense of humor. I think they're geniuses, and South Park bigger, longer, and uncut is one of my favorite movies. Never watched South Park. It was never something I was allowed to watch, and by the time I could watch it, I just didn't really have any interest. I did watch a little bit of it. I think someone from high school showed me at one time, and it just wasn't. It wasn't for me. I wasn't something I enjoyed watching. Trev's movies. I reviewed Miraculous the movie recently, even though it had been on Netflix for a good while. Once I released my review, and it did decent. Maybe it's because I mentioned that I never saw that show. Yeah, that could have brought a new and unique perspective that people were engaged with to it. For sure. Oh, we did a jump. Let's see here. Pro Alex Reactions. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Happy to have you here. Hey, Zach, how hyped are you for Blue Beetle and Strays? Keep up the great work. Not super hyped for either, but intrigued and looking forward to watching both. And thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That was very kind of you. Let's see here. Trev's movies. I was also happy to see my Barbie Princess and Pauper video did pretty good because I love doing those commentary videos and they do take a while to edit. Plus, it's funny to watch a 20-year-old watch Barbie. The old like animated Barbie cartoons, absolutely, man. Yeah, commentaries they take a while to edit, but they're fun. I enjoy doing them. That's awesome, dude. Keep that up. I love that. That's a great idea. Cisco was the heart of the Flash. I agree with that. Let's see here, talking about Arrow with you guys. That's awesome. Didn't mention Iris. Read comics. I don't no, it didn't read the comics and look at the cartoons. Oh, okay, you responded to something I'm not in the conversation of. Looks like you guys are kind of just having like an argument about Arrow. So I'm glad to see that it looks like you're keeping it civil. Have fun, but keep it civil. I appreciate that. Trev's movies. I thought season 4 of Stranger Things was a mixed bag. The episode runtimes were ridiculous. They weren't episodes, they were movies. I completely disagree, man. I loved season 4. I thought season 4 was fantastic. And the episode runtimes, I loved having that long. And they flew by. I thought that they utilized that pacing really well. Like the amount of time that they had, they utilized it, I thought, really well. And even the finale, like the final episode was 2.5 hours long. I felt like it flew by. I was amazed how fast that 2.5 hours went by for me. I loved season 4. I'm sorry it didn't work too much for you, man. It's too bad. Luke Irving, what are your career goals? Man, sound like my wife. No, I've never been someone who I've never known what I've wanted to do. I've never had a career I mean, I don't want to say I've never had a career goal. It's just always been a struggle for me to kind of figure it out, you know. I'm stumbling into YouTube, so, you know, maybe that'll be something that pans out. You never know. We're doing fantastic so far. I'm very, very happy and pleased with where I'm at. But as far as a career goal, I wouldn't necessarily say YouTube is a career goal. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still figuring myself out, I think, with that. You know, I just want to provide for my family and, yeah, be happy. Talking about Green Arrow still. Enviro Earth 2, it would be funny to watch an 80-year-old watch Barbie. That would be pretty good. Trev's movies. My mom let me watch South Park at a young age, which led to her to not care what I watched anymore. Fair enough, man. I would try to sneak The Simpsons. I was never allowed to watch The Simpsons. I remember I tried to sneak The Simpsons once when I was sleeping over at my cousin's house, and I thought my mom had left, and we put on The Simpsons. And my mom came upstairs and burst through the door to say goodbye to me one last time, and she caught us watching The Simpsons. Oh, scariest moment of my life. I don't care what happens in my life. I could get attacked by a shark. It would not match the fear that I felt in that moment when my mom caught me watching The Simpsons when I knew I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons. Whew. So yeah, I was not allowed to watch anything like that when I was young. Read Comics says, great stream, Zach. I guess you're heading out. Well, thank you so much, man, for being here. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, man, I really enjoyed talking with you. The show was made better because you were a part of it, and I appreciate you, man. Have a great night. I think we're pretty much there, guys. Preston says, Zach, watch the first 2 seasons of Arrow, then you can end if you want to. Yeah, but I'm gonna get hooked, and I'm gonna want to see where it goes. And if it goes to a crappy place, I don't want to spend my time on that, unfortunately. Trev's movies. Zach, have you seen Adventures of Tintin? I watched it as a kid and liked it fine, but I rewatched it recently, and it's now one of my favorite animated movies. Yes, I've actually seen the show that it was based off of, the cartoon. It ran on reruns. Wasn't that into it, to be honest, but the show, or not show, the movie, that Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg worked on, I like it. I think it's good. I think it's decent. I haven't seen it in a really long time, but I remember really liking it and being blown away by the end. Well, I mean, it was all stop motion, but it was still pretty like fresh when it came out. It blew me away. Preston reviews. My top 6 shows is Arrow, Stranger Things, Cobra Kai. Nice. Cobra Kai never dies. Am I right? The Simpsons, Big Bang Theory, and Friends. Love to see Friends in there, man. Love to see Friends. Favorite show of all time. My dad wouldn't let me watch The Simpsons, but my mom would. That's awesome. NVO Earth 2, can you sing the American Dad theme song before you leave? Sorry, dude, I don't know it. I've never seen American Dad. Trev's movies, same goes for regular show and the Mad Magazine show on Cartoon Network. I'm not quite sure what we're referring to. I'm sorry. Jason Entertainment, what's going on, Jason? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Thanks for being here. Hey, Zach, how you doing, man? I'm doing pretty well, dude. We've been going for 2.5 hours. It's been an amazing stream. And you know what? With Preston Reviews saying I'm sad what happened to The Flash, yeah, I mean, I assume you're talking about the show. I wish it ended stronger because I really enjoyed that show and that cast deserved better. And with that, guys, we're actually all caught up on the comments and questions. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. You guys killed this chat. You annihilated it, and I am so thankful to have all of you guys here chatting with me. It would have been so lonely without you guys, so this was great. And yeah, everyone who super chatted, thank you guys so much for that support. Everyone who joined and became a member tonight, so happy to have you here. Thank you guys for becoming members and supporting the channel on that level. Thank you guys for engaging in this community night. It was one of our best, I have to say. I'm so sorry, guys, if I missed your chat question or comment when we did that jump and I couldn't go any higher. I really do apologize about that, but I appreciate every single one of you being here tonight, guys. And yeah, Bree Morris says, thank you for the stream. Well, thank you for being here, Bree. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It was so great to have you back in here and chatting with you. And Preston Review says, night, Zach. Well, good night, Preston. Yeah, and Fire Earth says, what's your advice on how to deal with people who swear and curse at you in person? I just try to let it roll off my back, take it personally, you know, or not take it personally, you know. I mean, if it's strangers, chances are I'll never see them again, and why let them ruin my day? That's kind of how I look at it, but I know it's easier said than done. But anyway, guys, thank you again for being here. This was a blast. Again, if you want to join us on Saturday for Members Talk Live, you can join our channel membership at the $6.99 tier. All the information for that is in the description below. Hope to see you guys again really soon. We'll see you again next Wednesday, same Zach time and same Zach channel.